Oh man, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Give me 1 second. Oh, I didn't expect to stretch like that. Whew. I've been sipping on the yerba mate, so forgive me, everybody, for the weird start. I am like tired, but I'm also like energized, so it's like a really weird feeling. But hey, man, how y'all doing today, man? It's your boy Aaron. This is another episode of Arispe on America. It looks like we're on episode 60 now. It is August 19th, 2026, 4:47 p.m. here in beautiful Dallas, Texas. Sorry, Papa. Calm down. Yeah, man. Like I said, welcome to the show, man. We just got the stream started like literally 39 seconds ago, man. So we're going to start trying to let some people flow up in here, man. You know, for those that don't know what we do around here, we debate, man. We debate against people who don't agree with us, specifically MAGA cultists, brother. We try to figure out why these people on a daily basis still support this, man. And from what I've been able to gather on a daily basis doing this is that MAGA men care about nothing more than the control of women and to disenfranchise anybody that is considered the out group of MAGA, right? Anybody who's not considered to be a part of this cult is just deemed, lesser in the eyes of MAGA. And like I said, I just don't understand the hatred, and I try to break down their logic and try to figure out where they're coming from. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of their viewpoints are just deeply rooted in bigotry and just hatred. And, it's pretty easy to break these guys, man. It's pretty easy to get them to fold. So I hope that we can get some debates going tonight. I got started a little later than I wanted to. I wanted to hop on at 4:30, but it's only 4:48, man. So we're hitting pretty decent time. Hopefully we get a lot of people in here today. I was online pretty early yesterday afternoon, and we had a pretty good amount of people that came in for the debates. It was actually pretty decent. Make sure y'all are tapping that screen, man, and make sure y'all are sending that daily rose and daily heart coin so we can get this into the For You feed as quick as possible. What's up, man? You disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Yeah.
All right, which one?
Well, I want to tickle your cute little goatee. Like I want to like scratch your chin like a cat. And then like you'll start purring and stick your tongue out for a treat.
Do you disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Yes.
Which one?
I just want to tickle your little goatee. It's pretty cute.
All right, brother. You have a great day. Thank you, buddy. I really do appreciate that. That's nice. I hope you have a great evening. So, man, you disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going good, man.
Kind of limited me on choices here, but why do I still support Trump? Do you want me to answer that, or do you want me to answer the other one?
Oh, yeah, man. You can go ahead and answer that. Why do you support Trump still?
Yeah. Well, there's two big things right now, like the lowest murder rate, and then the other one is kind of voter stuff.
Voter stuff?
Yeah.
So
I think
murder rates and securing elections. He has not secured elections in any way. His own courts have shot it down every attempt that he's tried to force the vote in. And do you have any proof that we're at the lowest murder rates in the recent history?
So I have.
And is that because of Donald Trump? Can you prove that that's because of a law Donald Trump passed?
So you can Google it. I have proof of both voter fraud and murder rate.
Oh, you have no. You can't vote. You can't prove voter fraud. The Heritage Foundation. No, the Heritage Foundation is the one who conducted the most extensive study in U.S. history. They did it over a course of 3 decades, billions of votes, multiple different elections over the course of 3 decades. The Heritage Foundation is the group the think tank that pioneered Project 2025. So it's a right-leaning think tank. Okay. They came out and said, no, hold on. You're going to let me land my plane because this is my show. Anyways, they found 1,800 cases of voter fraud over the course of the last 3 decades. And it's not all Democrats, or it has a good amount of people that were Republican, and 1,800 out of billions of votes. So there is no evidence of voter fraud in this country. That's just something that y'all pander to instead of actually caring about the economy.
Do you trust census.gov? And can you go there? Because they just released analysis showing 32,000 illegal immigrants voted in the 2020 election.
Based off of what?
Go to it.
I'm not going to go trust I'm not going to trust a partisan.
Census.gov.
I'm not going to trust a partisan report coming out of this White House or this administration.
Census.gov.
Why? All they do is lie to us on a daily. It's not unbiased.
Okay, and then so then let's just go to the murder rate then when you get a chance.
So you care
Lowest
about
in the
something that's not happening. You care about voter fraud. You don't care about the fact that he's ruining
it
our
is
country. You don't care about the fact that he's ruining our economy.
Doesn't make your point any better.
Oh, I'm not getting
Just 'cause you raise
loud.
your voice
Why are
doesn't
you
make your point any
crashing
better,
out,
dude.
brother? Why are you crashing
No,
out?
you
Are you
started
unable to
raising
have
your
a
voice.
conversation? I'm telling you that he's the worst president due to
didn't
the
raise
fact
my
that our
voice. You
economy is
raised your
trash.
voice.
He
Well, good for
bankrupted
you.
our farmers last year. 70
So
farms
everyone
are
on the
closing
live,
down a
Google
week.
murder rate.
Nobody
Google
cares
lowest
about your
murder rate.
schmurder
You can
rates
do your
because
own
Donald
research.
Trump has not passed a
Google
single
it. Google
policy
it.
that has caused that to
Everyone
be
cares about the murder
have
rate.
any correlation.
And voter fraud's being eliminated. Go to census.gov. Don't listen to this.
This
idiot.
guy is over here pandering to voter
Census.gov is
fraud
an
when our
unbiased
president
organization.
is literally ruining the economy. Can you give me a real reason why you support this dumbass? Or are you going to continue to chirp, little guy? Because you're up here and you're crying instead of having a conversation like a grown man. You're starting to yell. And we're trying to have a conversation. I want to know why you're over here pandering to something that doesn't actually happen. There is no evidence of the voter fraud. Y'all are still fixated on the 2020 election. He was in power during that election. He literally was in power. So what? Joe Biden and all of the Democrats were able to like get voter fraud initiated while he was the one that had all the power and had all the control. Doesn't make much sense, brother. You can unmute yourself.
Oh, you muted me.
Because you're crashing
really
out.
Strong behind that mic.
Brother.
You're really strong behind that mic.
Why are you crashing out?
If you need a mute
Hey,
button,
are you crashing out?
People,
buddy, I don't need you up here. I can do this on my buddy. I have other people loaded up in the queue. Are you okay?
If you need a mute button to control people, your point might suck.
Baby, why are you crashing out?
I'm not crashing out. Everyone can go to the
Are you still fixated on a schmurder rate, brother?
Everyone can go to census.gov and find out there's 32,000 illegal immigrants with 32 million votes still to account for.
You're crashing out.
And those are all provable facts with data behind it.
No, you're pandering to bullshit when this president is ruining our country.
Go to the facts.
I don't care about your two little bullshit ass partisan reports when he's literally bankrupting our farmers. He told you to eat, dude. Are you just up grown ass dude? You're grown ass man coming over here and you can't have a conversation. The second that I started bringing up real economic indicators of how he's a shitty ass president, you crashed out. I told you that the Heritage Foundation, which is a right-leaning think tank, the most right-leaning think tank out there, they conducted the most extensive report in history. You can go look at that data, brother. You can go look at that right there if you want to. Go and see what they say. And over the course of the last 30 years, out of billions of votes, there has been there have only been 1,800 cases of voter fraud. So if that's what you want to say, brother, come up here and you can cry all you want. But if you're just going to keep yelling over people and not be able to engage in the substance, then you could just move on. I thought you were going to be a cool guy, but you definitely crashed out within like 10 seconds, like the average MAGA hog does. Got all sweaty, got all greasy, man, and just started crying. The Trumpers, yeah, they're crybabies. They don't actually know how to have a real conversation like a grown man. The second that somebody actually wants to talk about like the economy or what's really going on, not engaging in your culture war bullshit, or you're pandering to voter fraud. Like I keep telling these people, his own Supreme Court is striking down every single time that he is trying to force the representatives to pass the SAVE Act. Because that's unconstitutional. Even Republicans don't want this. There are Republicans in my own state that don't want that. Nobody is trying to pass the SAVE Act other than Donald Trump so he can get access to voter registration logs and they can control it. I don't know, in some way. It just seems like a really devious thing to do. Let people be when there's barely any evidence of voter fraud in this country. Then why is that something that they're pandering to? Or why are they focused so much on it when there's literally a war that's going on? There's literally a war that we're getting ourselves into. We can't get out of. He told us to eat $4 gas literally on Friday. And all he can do as of today is talk about the damn White House and the ballroom and talk about the helipad that he's going to put there, even though Congress put a halt at it because it's not something that he could even be doing. It was illegal for him to conduct the project, but that's all he can care about is, engraving his legacy in stone while ruining our economy, while screwing the lives of me and you. So do you actually have a real reason why you can come up here and defend Donald Trump without screaming and yelling? then let's do it, man. Because I'm looking for some Trump supporters, man. I'm looking for a conversation. I'm looking for some guys that really want to have a good debate. You know, and most of y'all don't know how to have a good debate because all y'all do is really just care about the culture wars. You care about controlling women. You care about getting illegal immigrants out of here. You care about putting more restrictions on our voting laws for absolutely no reason. You can go to the census.gov. Nobody cares what Trump's administration is putting out. It's all bullshit. At the end of the day, you don't have empirical evidence of anything, SMAC. Go ahead and dip to another live. I'm not going to let you just keep sitting in here and probably reporting my life for absolutely no reason, brother. You're spreading misinformation. I told you I could pull up the Heritage Foundation's study for y'all, and I will literally make a video about it tonight, because it's like these guys don't realize what the hell they're even talking about. What's up, buddy? You disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Hello, sir. No, I do not, but I just want to say thank you. I've been watching you, dude. You've been fighting a good fight. You've been doing a great job, and I love you, man. Please, for the love of God, come down here in Oklahoma and run for governor. We need help.
Hey, man.
Please help us.
I might come up 2 hours just to do that, brother. I might just do that. I gotta leave Texas soon.
All right, see you, brother.
Hey, man, you have a good one, man. Thank you for the support. Like I said, man, thank you for all the love, man. Make sure y'all are tapping that screen. We're already at 1.2K on the likes. We're trying to get this upwards to 10,000 as quick as we can. Make sure y'all are sending y'all's daily heart coin and daily rose so we can get sent to that For You feed. Send this to your friends. Send it to your story. Make sure that you're sending it to everybody that you know so we can build up a coalition of like-minded individuals who are tired of the bullshit. You know, we're sick and tired of people that are just legacy politicians that don't care about me and you. We got to put politicians in that actually know what it's like to be down here on the ground, you know, suffering all of the BS that are that they're causing, right? Every single policy that they're passing literally like trickles down to me and your lives and makes it difficult for us to be able to survive. Makes it harder for us to go get that car loan, that house loan, that small business loan. People don't realize that that's all products of economic decisions made by this administration. And you can clearly look at it if you look at the last 17-month track of what he's done. He's literally screwed us, destroying farmers. Literally bankrupted them last year while he literally bails out Argentina with $40 billion, while they're the ones that literally took all of the business away from our farmers because of the fucking tariffs, right? At the end of the day, that's what y'all support. Y'all support a guy that puts illegal taxes on us and bankrupts our farmers. 70 farms closing down a week here in the state of Texas. You can call BS. Was worse when Biden was office. Prove that. No, it was not. The last 17 months of Biden's administration is far better than the last 17 months of Trump's administration. I do the economic reports. You don't know what you're talking about. You come up in here and you pander to this, oh, it's Biden still, or Biden sucked. No, Trump sucks, brother. Trump is the one that is literally screwing our country at the moment, getting us involved in a war where we have to eat $4 gallon gas when he promised to run on an economic ticket, when he promised to literally day one bring down energy prices, bring down the oil prices, bring down the cost of living and groceries. And it's like, how is that going for you, man? How is that going for you now, brother? How is that peace president going for you? No new wars. Last time I checked, we're at 160 days of Operation Epstein's Fury. I'm hoping a lot of people here in Tennessee are waking up. 2 decades of republicanism has ruined us. Yeah, I wish a lot of states would start to wake up. I mean, I don't know if everybody saw last night with the Senate race in Florida. A Democratic socialist won the Democratic primary last night in Florida. In Florida, of all states. Like, that's actually kind of crazy. And I mean, I don't know how well she's going to be able to do. In the general, I hope that she wins. I really, really do. But that's insane to see something like Florida, a state like Florida, lean more towards a Democratic socialist than the establishment Democratic choice. And in the state of Texas, you know, we're really looking at like the James Tallarico, Kim Paxton race, and it's close, man. It's really neck and neck. And then the last polls that I saw were 47% Tallarico, 48% corrupted, crooked eye Paxton. Man, it is hot in here. I'm already freaking sweating, man. Sorry if I'm sweating, man. You know, I got nerve damage in my face from a diabetes, so I sweat really easily. And it's hot in the state of Texas, man. It is extremely hot. It's like 102 degrees outside and like almost 75 degrees in here. One side gives government more power and the other side gives corporations more power. Both. Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, 100%. You know, both sides are serving the donor class. They're deeply in the pockets of billionaires, super PACs, and lobbyists. They're not serving the voters. They serve the donor. What's up, man? You disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Yeah, I do.
All right, brother. Which one?
The controlling women and the chasing immigrants.
All right. Do you think women should have access to an abortion?
I do, actually.
All right, brother. Then maybe you don't fall into that category of controlling women.
Yeah, I mean, I would vote for Trump. I don't think that pro-life is very realistic, especially when people, have sex and they're not looking to have a kid and they have an abortion. I just don't think it's that big of a deal, personally.
All right, buddy. Then you know what? You, like I said, fall into a group of men that would vote for Trump that don't want to control women in that sense. I don't really know what else to say to that, but do you care about illegal immigrants?
Yeah, I don't see like the whole, we should keep them in the country. I don't understand why.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay. So do you support the way that it's happening right now?
I do.
So you feel realistically, you feel like people being denied like their basic human rights and denied due process is okay?
If you come in here illegally, you don't have a right to due process or any of that.
You do, actually, according to the Fifth Amendment. Yeah, no, all persons.
No, yeah, correct, but that's legal citizens.
No, it's not. Because if you look at do we need to read the Constitution together? I have it right here if I need to. We can go through the Fifth Amendment. I will cite it. And the terminology is extremely important because, like I said, people like you will come in here and they'll say that, oh, it says citizens. No, my friend. Actually, the Fifth Amendment, it says persons right here. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentiment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. Again, my friend, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy or life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
Okay, fair enough.
Persons. Hold on. When they're abducting people in the streets, dealing them capital murder, denying them due process, sending them back to a country that they weren't actually from, arresting American citizens, 170 American citizens have been arrested due to racial profiling, 20 of them being children, 2 having cancer. Do you think that what's going on with ICE is okay, where that's happening?
I think if we didn't have such a big problem with illegal immigration, this would never happen in the first place. So
you support. So at the end of the day, you can believe in illegal immigration can be enforced against, but do you really feel like people should be denied their basic human rights?
I mean,
and us as citizens be denied our constitutional rights?
Well, citizens aren't being denied their constitutional rights.
Look how many people have been arrested that are American citizens since Trump's second administration. I just told you it's 170.
Yeah, and how many have been deported out of those 170?
So you are okay with American citizens just being picked up in the streets without any type of reasoning, just based off of the fact that ICE thought they were here illegally, and then throwing them in a detention center, handcuffing little kids, holding them at gunpoint. That's what you're okay with, because there's recorded evidence of this happening. That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, do you have a bit of humanity for people who are here on a misdemeanor when our president is a 34-time felon?
Of course, I don't think it's right. That's not what I'm saying. It's more of it's part of the risk that comes with it, right? So
what risk?
Owning guns. Let's say owning guns. I think that every American should own guns.
But we're not talking about guns.
I know we're not. I'm using it as an analogy. So listen, when you own guns, there's going to be accidents. There's going to be murders. There's going to be bad stuff that happens. It doesn't mean that we should get rid of guns. So just because you have people, that get accidentally arrested or profiled or whatever the fuck, it doesn't mean that ICE should not be a thing.
I'm not advocating that ICE should not be a thing. What I'm saying is that what gives the right of the government to demand that I prove myself who I am as an American citizen. I'm perfectly fine with a police officer pulling me over because I was speeding, asking me for my identification. But what gives the right of an ICE agent to pull me over as an American citizen because I look a certain way to demand who I am in an unmarked car in a mask, and then possibly dragging me out of my vehicle and throwing me in a detention center because I don't have my identification on me? Why does the government have that right? This is okay, but what you're saying is that because it still needs to, if it happens a couple of times, I'm okay with that. So you're okay with the government overextending its power and infringing on our constitutional right?
In that sense, yeah.
Why?
Because there's a bunch of illegal immigrants that come into the country and pose risk to Americans. So
In what way?
they murder people and they travel or they.
How many illegal?
Essentially.
How many illegal immigrants killed American citizens last year?
One is too many. It doesn't matter if it's just one, two.
One
three,
American
four.
citizen being detained and killed is one too many in my eyes, brother.
Yeah, but
No. I don't care. I could throw that same thing back at you. There has been 2, 3 actually American citizens that have been killed. Do I need to say their damn names for you? Do I need to give you the context and the breakdown? Do I need to say the names of the illegal immigrants that have been murdered by ICE agents? Do you not have any sympathy for? No, because one is one too many, my friend. How many were killed last year by illegal immigrants?
I don't know.
23. Do you know how many
That's a
people
lot.
ICE agents killed? How many illegal immigrants ICE killed last year?
How many?
30.
They were in the wrong country. That's on them.
So
They
you
should've
think
came
people
over.
being here on a misdemeanor, a civil violation, they're deserving of death?
I don't think they're deserving of death, but that.
You just said that. You just literally said that that's the risk that they take for a misdemeanor, for a civil violation, right?
It is the risk that they take.
So why is that? How? Let me ask you. No, that's not. It's not every single situation. Somebody was in a car and tried to run over an ICE agent. There are multiple
That's not what I
times.
was gonna say.
What were you going to say? Because you're sitting here and you're justifying the government infringing on me and you and illegal immigrants simply because they're illegal. Just because they're illegal does not make them inhuman.
Correct. So if you let me talk, I can explain.
I don't wanna hear you.
Every single time that you get into a car, that does not mean you're deserving of death, right? But guess what? You take the risk that you might get into a car accident and die. That's part of it.
All
So
right.
if you're an illegal immigrant, you pose the risk of getting killed. Don't
That's
come
not
into
the
a
same thing. That's what you don't understand is that you're conflating two different arguments. It's not. And maybe in your brain it is, but at the end of the day, my friend, we're talking about two completely separate debates. We're talking about state power being coercive. And I don't understand why you're okay with the Supreme Court setting a precedent that they can judge us not being here legally based off of race. That's a literal precedent that was set by the Christine Nome versus Pedrano Vasquez case last September in 2025. They set the precedent that race was one of the factors that they could utilize to pull people over. What gives the government the right to pull me over as a Hispanic man and demand who I am in your eyes? Just because people are here illegally.
I mean,
They're not even getting the criminals, brother.
Yeah, they get the criminals and I mean,
They're not.
I think that
And
anybody
then
that's
they're not.
innocent, but that's where you're wrong though, because
I'm
technically
okay
all of
with
them are
sending them back
criminals.
home. That's what you don't get. I'm okay with that. I don't think that they should be held in detention centers, denied food, denied water, denied medical resources. Give them due process and send them back to where they came from. Don't send them somewhere random. Don't kill them in the streets. Treat them with a bit of humanity. I'm asking you is if you're really sitting here and saying that you feel like a misdemeanor, a civil violation is deserving of capital punishment just because in your eyes that's the consequences of your actions. When it seems like you're just merciless here and you don't care about these people simply because they're from a separate side of the border, a make-believe ass border.
That's not what I said.
So
It's just
no, then
how-
I want you to be clear in what you mean then.
Sure. So again, like I already said, that is the risk you take when coming in illegally. It was there. You have free will
To
not
die.
come in illegally.
To die.
You have free will.
It's a
You have free
misdemeanor.
will.
Are you don't care about the law? That's what it is, right?
It's not that you have.
No,
free
brother,
will.
it doesn't
You
matter
made
whether
that
it's
decision.
free will. Are you going to be killed because you jaywalk across the street? Is that the free will that you're taking? Is that what's going to happen?
That's
A cop can.
That's a risk you take.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you not understand the law? A misdemeanor is not a capital punishment. They cannot kill you for a misdemeanor. They're supposed to uphold the law and the Constitution. That is not the consequences of your actions, brother. There is due process and laws in place to uphold democracy. And what you are advocating for is to have complete, basically, tyranny. You don't care about authoritarianism. You just want some guy who's a strong ass man in your eyes to go around and infringe upon people's basic civil rights and human rights. That's what I'm hearing.
No, again, you're taking.
You don't have humanity, is what I'm saying. I'm telling you, as somebody who's on the left, that they should go back home. What I'm telling you is, how can you say that they should not be treated with a bit of humanity? And you deny our Constitution to give them due process. And you also deny Americans being given due process. Because I can bring up the 170 cases. 2 little girls had cancer that they arrested, dude. 2 little kids. That's the risk that you take being an American citizen sitting in a fucking hospital?
Not what I said. Again.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
and that's what you're saying. You're advocating simply because you have a problem with illegal immigration, that there should be little kids, 20 of them, arrested by ICE due to the fact that they think that they might be illegally here. They're American freaking citizens, denied their constitutional protections, and you're cool with that, right?
No, again, because that's not what I said.
Okay, but you literally said that that's the consequences of actions of illegal immigrants, and that's what we have to enforce simply because they're here illegally.
Yeah, so when a bunch of illegal immigrants enter the country and, again, smuggle fentanyl, they get people killed.
Americans smuggle 80% of the drugs that come into this country.
That's not true.
Look it up.
You look it up. It's not true.
No, you're the denier. I don't care if I say it. I just said it. You go look it up with your own damn eyes.
It's not true.
Then that's all. Guys, real quick, for Trump supporters and for everybody in my chat, the strongest weapon in their arsenal is just denial. All they have to do is sit and deny, and shake their head. Is the strongest thing that a Trump supporter has, man. They don't actually have any arguments. This kid has just been going back and forth with me about absolutely nothing. So tell me again, what reason does the government have to demand that I, as an American citizen, show who I am? And if I don't have my identification, can hold me in a detention center. Why? You can unmute yourself now, brother.
Jeez, bro, finally.
No, because we're talking about human rights, and you don't care about that because you think it's based.
I don't. I'm just
God, your generation, bro. No, it's just your generation.
You're in the same generation as me, bro.
I'm 30. I'm not in your generation.
Damn, Unc, you right. You not my generation.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, your generation's lost and uneducated and illiterate, bro. Try reading a fucking sentence.
Yeah, I don't really feel like it. I'd rather
Exactly.
Be
Yeah, I know you would, bro. You don't care about people. You don't have empathy. You've never been through anything. And you know what? I don't expect you to be that way because you know what? When I was young, I was an asshole. But you know what? I hope that life doesn't hit you the way that it hit me to have to be so empathetic. But you know what? You should learn empathy, bro, because these people, they're still people.
I agree. There's still people.
Okay,
people
so
make their own decisions.
Yeah, I guess, bro. If that's really going to be your argument this whole time, man, do you not feel like Trump, the 34-time felon that was held civilly liable for essaying a woman, E. Jean Carroll, should also be dealt the consequences of his actions?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so why the fuck do you support him?
I don't support him.
You said you did. You literally did.
ICE.
All right, brother.
Things, bro.
You can support ICE again and illegal immigration being enforced upon, but you don't have to believe that their basic civil rights and humanity should be infringed on.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, and you right there, brother, are just gonna get kicked for that because that's disgusting. I don't know what happened to you in your life for you to feel that way, man. I really hope that you get better. I hope that you get some help, and I hope that whoever hurt you also has a good life, brother, because that right there is sad that you can't even treat people with a bit of humanity. That's it. What's up, man? Let's see if this guy gets loaded up in the box. You there, Will?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, buddy. Disagree with any of the claims on the screen? Yeah, you're just like loading still. Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. You disagree with anything on the screen?
Well, I disagree with what you're.
You disagree with what?
I jumped in from the dude.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you. Hold on. Don't
Okay.
interrupt me.
No,
Please,
you're going in, and
argument.
I'm just telling you your mic. I'm telling you your mic was cutting out. That's it. You don't have to be such like so hype, bro.
Oh,
It's
hang on.
okay.
Let me disconnect then. Let me disconnect then and reconnect.
Yeah, just come up here with like less energy like that, brother. All I was trying to do was tell you that your mic was going in and out, and you're just like, let me finish. I'm like, okay, bro, you don't run the show. I do, and you disagree with me about treating people with a bit of humanity. That's crazy. Oh man, make sure y'all are liking that screen. Make sure y'all are tapping. Make sure y'all are sending those daily heart roses, heart coins, and those roses. It's just one coin, and the quicker that we hit our goal, the quicker we get sent to that For You feed. We're trying to get as many people up in here as we can, man. We're trying to spread this message. Make sure if you're not following me yet that you do. I'm online every single day, 4:30, man. We're going to be on here roasting hog every single night. Trying to figure out why these guys still support Donald Trump, man, and want to infringe on civil rights. I don't understand why. We're trying to get Will loaded back up in here, man. I tried to add him back, but I don't know why he's not, his thing's not loaded. Maybe it's his connection. If anybody is out there in the comments, make sure that you are sending your request to get in the queue. What's up, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So I disagree with pretty much all you're saying. But let's start with this. So specifically, did you speak out about the Biden administration allowing millions upon millions of people coming into the country within his 4 years as president? Excuse me.
I did. I don't deny it, but
What'd you say?
I don't think it's 10 to 20 million like y'all are pandering to. It's actually been proven that it's closer to 4 to 5 because y'all don't count re-entries of people because y'all don't understand that actually just tracks encounters. It doesn't count. It's not every single person that comes here, but I don't deny that. So what do you mean? Do you disagree with any of the claims on the screen, brother?
You said, yeah, well, I can't really disagree with why do you still support Trump? So I do still support Trump.
Okay, so you
So
came
what
up
I'm
here
getting
chirping
at is
about
also
Biden. I don't
another
really care.
question-
No, hold on. I don't
question
really
I
give a
wanted to
shit.
ask
No,
you was,
hold on,
you do the
brother.
economic- you do the economic-
Brother, I don't care about Joe Biden. Let's talk about Donald Trump, or let's talk about why you want to infringe on human rights. Don't come up here chirping. I really don't need you up here, Will. That's okay. Now we can engage in the
Is
substance.
having a house a human right?
What?
Is having a house a human right in your own opinion?
FDR thought so.
That's not what I asked. Can you answer the question?
I think one of the greatest presidents of all time thought so.
So just because a president thought that, you think you should think that? So then, therefore, whatever Trump thinks, I should think.
Y'all do.
You see how stupid that is? You see how stupid that is?
Exactly. Do you see how stupid y'all think? Exactly.
No,
you just showed how dumb.
Made the argument.
I'm not
you
making
made the
an
argument.
argument.
It is a human right. You just made the argument. It is a human right that people should have homes.
What?
And that you came to that conclusion because you think, or because you said FDR said that.
No,
wow.
I never said that.
That shows how ideologically
I never said that
at
I
least
supported
diverse
it.
you are.
Brother, I never once said I supported it. I just made a claim about another person that did. I didn't say
It's
I
actually
did.
funny. You're about to get cooked
You're
right now, buddy. You also said
Will.
you do the economic. Yeah, you also said you do the economic rundowns,
Do
right?
you disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Yeah, I'm disagreeing with
dropped.
what you have said prior. So I'm going to tell you how
Buddy,
undocumented immigrants have affected.
I don't care about that. I want to know why you don't want to treat them with humanity. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Will, I want to know why you just want them to be basically killed in the streets.
No one made that argument, buddy. Stop.
That's all. That's not. No. Because my claim.
Stop strawmanning.
I'm not. You're coming up here trying to run the live.
Yes, you are.
Will, why are you crashing out? Are you okay?
Because you're a terrible debater. Actually,
you
bro.
are, brother. That's why I have.
You just strawman me.
Brother. What's my claim? Can you recapitulate my claim?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Recapitulate my claim.
I'll tell you what your claim was originally.
What is it?
Just a few seconds ago.
No,
you said
I want to know why, buddy. Will, why are you? Will, you are extremely emotional. You are the most emotional man that I think I've ran into tonight.
No, I'm just holding you to account, and you don't like it, so you have to.
I would kill, dude. If I wanted to run away, I'd kick you.
Baby activity, my friend.
Will,
baby activity.
You're
How about
just
you stop
trolling.
muting, actually?
You're gonna get just dropped, buddy. I want to engage in the conversation, but somebody like you is just yelling. Are you gonna grow up? I'm gonna give you a chance to grow up. I'm gonna give you a chance to stop crashing out, little man.
Are you done coping?
No, I'm okay. Are you? You're the one screaming. Look at the chat. They're literally telling you to stop crying.
Bro, you have
Read
66
chat.
people in here. I'm
And
pretty
you
sure I
have
more followers
nobody.
than you,
That's
bro.
fine. I just started doing
I'm
this 2
pretty
months
sure I have more
ago.
followers than you right
Okay,
now,
I just
bro.
started doing this.
Yeah, that means that, you know what that means? That means that you're a grifter.
Nope. That just means people like what the
No?
fuck I have to
Have you
say.
made, okay, show me, have you made posts prior to Donald Trump's election?
I literally, brother, told you I just started making content 2-3 months ago.
That's hilarious, grifter. Nonetheless, can we actually get back to the conversation?
I want to know why.
You said that you do
My
you said that
claim.
do
Can
the
you
economic
no, that's
rundowns,
not
right?
that's not what
You-
we're having a conversation about, Will. We're talking about why you
Yes,
wanted
we
to
are.
not.
We're talking about undocumented immigrants.
Oh my God. Goodbye, Will. You are one of the most emotional men that I have actually ever met. My claim right now, again, since the beginning of this entire debate, is that you can believe that illegal immigration should be enforced against, right? You can believe that. But you should not believe that they should have their basic human rights infringed upon. I'm sorry, but they're still to be given due process. Will, that is my claim. Stop derailing the whole conversation. I'm not throwing you back up here, Will. I need somebody else who actually wants to have a good faith conversation, not come up here and scream like for no reason whatsoever. Will, actually, you're probably just gonna eat this ban, brother. Eat that block. Eat that block, brother. Sayonara, sucker, because people like you're kind of just annoying and you're killing my viewership, brother. Yeah, I got 63 people in here. I just started 35 minutes ago, bro. I'm trying to get people in the hundreds, man. And you're over here, you're killing it, man. I want to have a conversation with a Trump supporter, but you're over here screaming in my ear, brother. It's actually just annoying as hell. I want to engage in the substance about why you want to deny people basic human rights. I don't care about the statistics. I don't care about the economics of illegal immigrants coming into this country and what you can prove or what you can't prove. I can throw those numbers back. Y'all don't care about that for the most part. My argument is humanity, civil rights. That's it. At the end of the day, I'm an empathetic human being. All I want to do is make sure that people are not treated poorly and inhumanely. And when 170 American citizens have been arrested due to the fact that they could be racially profiled due to the precedent set by the Supreme Court last September, that's when I have an issue. I have an issue when I see illegal immigrants dying in ICE custody. I have a problem when I see illegal immigrants dying in the streets. I have a problem when I see 20 children arrested by ICE, 2 of them being cancer patients. Now, if you don't believe that, you can go look that up. So, for anybody that wants to come in here and disagree with what I have to say, why don't y'all come up in here, send me that request. We're looking for some Trump supporters, man. We're looking for some debates. If y'all are not following me yet, make sure y'all are dropping a follow and turning on those notifications. I'm online every single day, 4:30, bro, to 8:30. We're trying to go 4 hours a day. I was going at night before. I was a night streamer, but I've been getting far more engagement during the day. It seems like the afternoon is a far busier time. Like I said, make sure y'all are sending that daily, your daily rose, your heart coin. It's just 1 coin, and it helps us get sent to the For You feed. And the quicker we hit the goal, the algorithm sees that, and it throws more people up in here, man. Because we got to get the Trump supporters in here. It's nice to have a coalition of like-minded individuals that like what I have to say. But we also need the guys that can come in here and they just want to chirp. Because, dude, every day I get on this platform and I talk to Trump supporters, and all they get 2 shits about is proving to me why we should deny human rights to illegal immigrants, right? They just see them as inhuman. At the end of the day, that's all they are to them. Or they want to control women, right? They want to basically infringe on a woman's civil rights and control what a girl or what a woman does simply because they think they know what's best for her. Every day, that's all these incels do. And they come in here and they scream and they can't stand a man that stands up against them and holds them accountable back. They don't like that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro, about anything that you're coming in here and chirping about it. You're going to basically tell me that you don't care about basic civil rights, basic human rights applied to people. Then, dude, I'm going to make sure that I dog walk you as well. But if you're not going to have a conversation, like I said, then I can't even get to that. I can't get to that point. So if anybody's out there, like I said, we are looking for some Trump supporters. We are looking for some debates. Lots going on in the world right now, man. Like I said, we are literally engaged in a freaking war. We can't get out of it. He literally told us to eat $4 gas, man. This man ran an economy ticket, and yet he's telling us to eat $4 gas, getting us stuck in a war that we can't seem to get out of, man. His approval rate is literally down to 33%. He's literally just like hemorrhaging, bro. The whole entire movement is hemorrhaging. That's why we're finding less and less MAGA supporters on a nightly basis, because like his support system is falling, bro. The rest of them, they're just like on Facebook. It's all the boomers, man. It's all the boomers left on Facebook, and then a couple of incels that love to come up in here. What war? Yeah, I won 23 times. Sure, buddy. Why don't you come up in here and defend that? Because we are not winning any war, brother. We got men jumping off of the USS Lincoln, bro. They're eating shit food. They can't get food onto the ship because the supply lines are cut, and that food that they're eating, that shitty, they can't go shit because the shitters are backed up. So I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I have a hard time reading the chat. I apologize, man. Like, sometimes Trump supporters are for real. I mean, he's literally said that we've won so many times that people are like, no, my big beautiful president, my big beautiful president. He's winning that damn war in the Middle East. He's getting rid of them Islamists. That's what they literally come up in here and say, bro. They're so brain dead, bro. It's like smoother than a jar of Jiffy. Smoother than a jar of Jiffy. I've never seen men who are so soft and who are so dumb. It's literally only you guys. Like, I mean, dude, last night I literally had a guy that was just so like, he was this little MAGA incel that was just telling me all night long that like if women didn't want to suffer her consequences of her actions, then she should have kept her legs closed. And I'm just like, dude, is this really like the mindset of you young men? Like, you MAGA boys were y'all, your parents should have raised better children, because I'm afraid for y'all to go into the world. Wait, can I have yes, Gregory Flowers? If you don't think that a woman should have access to abortion, then you already want to control a woman. That right there is control. And even if you want to come in here and defend, only if it's great, or only if it's in the life of the emergency of the mother, that's still trying to control. You still feel like you know what's best for a mother, not the doctor and her wife, and the doctor and the woman. Sorry, somebody was yelling outside. I was sorry, that was loud. That's between the doctor and the family. That is not between the state, between you as an incel man who wants to control a woman or what she does simply because your moral conclusion deems it so. That's not your business. And at the end of the day, they'll still be like, oh, well, you know what? Like I said, she should have kept her mouth closed. I mean, her legs closed. And I'm like, all right, brother, if that's the case, then men should just get fucking vasectomies at like 13, 14 years old and have them reversed at marriage. If all sex is about is like reproduction, then fine. State mandate that shit as well. I'm cool with that. I'm willing to be like bar for bar, bro. I'm willing to hold men accountable in the same way. Y'all want to hold women to this standard, then we're going to hold men at the same level. And then they crumble. Oh, they're like, no. How many J6 pardons ended up back in jail? A couple hundred, no? I know it was a lot. He pardoned so many disgusting people that attack. Like, gosh, you know what? That's another thing that upsets me about MAGA, right? They'll be like, oh, I hate all of these leftists who are attacking our ICE agents. Oh my goodness, all of these libbies that are protesting, they're hateful of that. But it's like, didn't y'all literally storm the Capitol? Didn't you like literally storm one of the most important democratic process, like try to invade on one of the most important democratic processes of like our institution? Did you not try to disrupt democracy itself by trying to cause like a mini revolution? That's you. That's y'all. The last time I checked. Around 100. Yeah, okay, yeah, back around 100. Some of them ended up back in prison for mostly essay. Yeah, that's not surprising that most of the people that were at the January 6th riots were just a bunch of grapers, brother. Most MAGA men are, bro. Like seriously, like, I mean, all of the time I'm seeing like Republican males just be like let off like with nothing, dude. Like in the state of Oklahoma, there was a 19-year-old guy, right, just recently let off. He raped 2 girls, violently beat them. And because his dad was a football coach for one of the colleges, he called in a little favor to the politicians and they got him off with some community service. Because he did it as a minor. Right. I mean, last time I checked, it's Republican males that are doing this kind of bullshit. Last time I checked that it was actually white males that commit the most heinous crimes in this country. Yet they want to come in here and want to pander to the fact that it's illegals. Illegals made up. Illegals, that's all y'all want to call them, or aliens, or whatever. The people who were here illegally committed 23 homicides last year. ICE agents killed 30, right? And that's not just total up to now. Up to now, it's upwards to what, 52 people who have been killed by ICE. Let me get the number actually proper. Let me give you the right number. Let me make sure I'm not like saying anything wrong. Yes, it's 50. Yes, 2. And then, like I said, you got 170 Americans who have been also abducted due to the fact of these policies that we've been able to pass, due to the fact that you're scared that illegal immigrants are here committing crime when they barely could kill 23 people last year. I'm not saying that that's not like terrible. What I'm saying is, it seems to me like ICE is a far more dangerous force than they are. I'm seeing videos daily of people waking up in the hospital after they were tased and their whole entire face is beaten. It's like, dude, like at the end of the day, humanity. At the end of the day, treat these people right. And you know what? A lot of these MAGA supporters, they're Christians. They're Christians. Most of these Mexican people, the Latinos, are Catholic. It's like they believe in the same shit. They're like, oh, you know what? I put my tribalism before I put my faith. You know, like if you're here breaking the laws, you know, the last kid told us, guys, like what the first conversation, that's the consequences of their action. If they come here, even on a misdemeanor, and they end up getting killed, that's on them. That's what he said. He had no humanity. He was just this young chud loser in this Gen Alpha world, Gen Z world, right? I mean, I'm 30, guys. I'm 29 going on 30. You know, I'm a unk, right? So like when I hear these kids think that it's like based to say that we should deny these people human rights, and that's the consequences of their actions, then it just baffles me, man. I'm like, dude, I have to think that that's not what y'all truly like believe in. But if it is, then goddamn, I hope that there's a way to get through to y'all someday. I hope y'all grow up and develop a little bit of emotional intelligence. But it seems like this generation is robbed from that. I don't know. Like, even that in the older generation, like, I thought, like, and you know what, my argument is framed in a way like where most people agree it's the worst of the worst who would say that, no, I don't think that people should still have to be treated with human dignity. Like, come on, people. Are y'all kidding me? It's ridiculous what these people defend and what Donald Trump has allowed, what he's opened the door for, right? Like the amount of hatred that he's been able to breed in this country. That's the issue that I have, man. And that's why I get on here every single day and I try to fight the good fight. If I have 4 people in here, if I have 40 people in here, man, I'm going to put on the show. I'm going to talk. I'm going to chirp away. And then we're going to hold these hogs accountable, man, because that's what we got to do. We got to roast and toast the hogs. We got to carry the motherfucking flame every single night. That's what we do. We carry the fucking flame, baby. Here at Arispe on America. My name is Aaron Arispe. I am your host. Make sure y'all are tapping that screen, man. I do see that we're at 6.6K. Like I said, let's try to get that up to 10,000. If you're not following me yet and you're watching, make sure you're dropping that follow. Make sure you're turning on your notifications for tomorrow's episode. Like I said, we go online every single day, and we really do try to move the needle, man. We're trying to build up a coalition of people who are just tired of these legacy politicians. Like, at the end of the day, I do argue with a lot of Trump supporters, but my messaging is both sides have a huge level of corruption to it. They're serving the donor class. They're not looking out for me and you. I want to see politicians that are more like me and you. People who come from the middle and the lower class. People that are coming from the bottom. People who have struggled here in reality, not coming from legacy institutions, legacy political families, right? Where their mom, their dad, and their grandpa and all of them, you know, were senator and House representatives. Like, that's not what I want to see anymore. I want to see Americans who, you know, struggled, who actually had to go out there, roll up their sleeves and get what they have now. Like, try to go and get a piece of that American dream that we've been denied, that we've been outed from. Like, they literally pulled the ladder up from up under us. Like, our generation, we'll never be, we feel as if we'll never get that chance at retirement. You know, we feel as if we'll never get that chance to getting a home. What's up, Angels, baby? We never feel like we're going to get a chance to get ahead. We are the most productive generation in U.S. history, yet we don't feel like we are. We don't feel like we're getting a piece of the American dream. We feel as if we're check to check, right? Most Americans can't cover a car emergency. You can't cover a healthcare crisis. You can't go to the doctor, right? You're afraid to, right? You put it off because your deductible's too damn high and you don't necessarily know if you can cover that emergency. So people put it off, and then it gets too late, and then you end up suffering something like a heart attack, a stroke, right? Diabetes. You go into diabetic ketone acidosis, right? You have so many people in this country who are struggling, you know, and that's why I already don't know, not a single, what is Gregory Flower? What is he saying? A heartbeat detected weak as a conception though. Gregory Flowers, if you have something you want to say, brother, we don't like to chirp in the comments. If you have something to talk about, you know, you think that we should limit women from having access to an abortion, come up here, brother. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're standing on. I can only see so many messages, but if you feel as if you know better than what a woman should do, right? Or what a doctor should do for her body, or how to help her, then come up here and let me know. Because I really do want to know. I want to know why it's okay for, even if there's a detection of a heartbeat, why women should die. There have been women that have died in the state of Texas, right? That were denied medical resources due to the fact that the doctors had to wait and see if there was no, they had to wait to not detect a heartbeat. And then the woman bled out. These women have bled out in the state of Texas. I'm not pro-choice or pro-life. I just wanted to fact check people. Okay. Well, like I said, we got to basically not be, it doesn't matter what we believe in. At the end of the day, man, this is a woman's health that we're talking about. And we have no business in that. We should literally not be creating laws restricting women from having access to the things that they need simply because it hurts your little feelings. What's up, man? You disagree with anything on the screen?
What's up, man? No, I'm a big Trump supporter. I mean, I don't really care that much about abortion, honestly.
Okay.
So if you're trying to debate that, then you're going to have to find somebody else.
No, there's multiple points, man. If you can tell me any reason why you support our horrible president, then that would be great.
Sure, yeah, I like his tax policies, like keeping stuff up to basis, accelerated depreciation.
Why do you like his tax policies that have brought $4 trillion to the debt in 1 year?
Well, if you're saying his tax policies are reducing tax revenue, you got to be more specific in which policies then.
The big, beautiful bill.
Okay, but there's other aspects in that, like...
There's tons of aspects to the big, beautiful bill, sure. And the one, like, benefit me and you got is, like, what, permanent TCJA Act? Deductions and then no taxes on overtime and tips. Is that what you're going to come up here and defend while the top 10% got huge major tax cuts and corporations did, and then they just engaged in stock buybacks instead of, like, trickling it down to the workforce? They just laid off thousands of people last year.
No, I was going to say accelerated depreciation. That's, like, one of my favorite things he implemented.
So one thing right there you think determines like the entire like economy?
I mean, I'm all for lowering the corporate tax as well.
Why, when the corporations literally engaged in stock buybacks, artificially increasing their own wages and then firing thousands of people, the corporations didn't do what they were supposed to do with the money? Why are we okay with that when they pay a far less sticker price than me and you to pay?
So if you're mad about stock buybacks, I mean, corporations offer ESOP programs for their employees so they can benefit off of those.
Sure, but then they laid off 50,000. Amazon did this, Meta did this, Verizon did this, Lowe's did this. They're being literally looked at by Senate committees right now due to the fact that they save so much money, records actually, and they just engaged in stock buybacks while denying raises, didn't improve work conditions, denied better health resources, didn't build better facilities, and then laid off thousands and thousands of people, engaged in some of the most massive layoffs they could have ever that they have in history, in matter of fact. So that's supposed to go to the people. It's supposed to help. That's literally Reaganomics right there, but it literally did not. So sure.
I mean, how could you say that's all due to the fact that they allowed a lower corporate tax? How can you draw that correlate?
Because the big, beautiful bill allowed huge tax cuts for these corporations, and it is literally shown in their audits that the corporations engaged, the CFOs and CFOs engaged in stock buybacks, and their pay is 80% in stock. So when they're engaging in stock buybacks, removing it from the public forever, they're artificially increasing their own yearly wage while laying off thousands of people. Why does the CEO...
This has been going on for decades before Trump.
Sure, and why is this right? No.
You can say,
sure, in his bill, it permanently seems like it's solidifying fucking the people, actually. That's why even Elon Musk was against it, because we are screwed. It goes all down to us. The big, beautiful bill brought down our pristine credit score down from an A++ rating to an A+ rating for the first time since 1917. The people who are buying the 10, 20, and 30-year note are debt. The people who are buying that are demanding higher interest rates. Those interest rates trickle down to me and you when we go and buy a car, a small business loan, a house loan. So all of those things right there, all those factors are making it harder for me and you to survive. Sure, we save a little bit of money on no taxes and tips, but inflation is not surpassing or outpacing the amount of money you saved off of no taxes and tips. That doesn't matter. We are not saving anything while the rich are getting richer. It is a top versus bottom issue. And you are over here glazing Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, saying that they basically deserve to take all my money when we are the means of production. And he left the chat, brother. What are you doing? Are you there, bro? Hello? I'm going to take that as you running away, brother. In 5. Should we drop, guys? Chat, should we drop, man? I like to ask everybody before I drop. Should we drop? Should we keep him? He's not in here. I don't know. He's probably chat GBT. He's chat GBT in it. He's grokking it. He's chat GBTing it, man. He's grokking. He's on. 10 seconds. 10, 9. He left, brother, ran. Come on, bro. You didn't have an argument to beat that one. Really? You couldn't debate the economy. You couldn't come up here and talk to a finance major about the economy. Yeah, you can't fool me, bro. All I do is look at the damn numbers, man. I'm an economist. I'm a finance major. I don't give a fuck about political science, man. All I care about is the economy and making the lives of Americans better and making sure that y'all have more money in your pocket and y'all social upwards mobility is actually achievable. I don't care about all your culture war narratives, bro. He passed one of the worst fucking bills in U.S. history, and it's tanking the people. It's screwing us. And you come up here and you want to talk about, oh, it's helping. In what way? You tell me how it helps me. You tell me why it's good for me to get laid off. You tell me why Uber can save millions and millions of dollars and then invest in AI cars and then lay off, basically just not pay the fucking drivers and get free labor off of them. You tell me why Amazon should be able to lay off thousands and thousands of workers while basically bringing in $80 billion last year. Fuck out of here. What's up, man? You disagree with anything on the screen? Yeah, I had you up here yesterday, man. Your mic, I'm sorry. It's just really, your mic was really muffled yesterday, and your sound was really bad. If anybody is a Trump supporter and is in the chat, make sure y'all are sending those requests. Make sure y'all are trying to get up here so we can get into these debates. Make sure y'all are tapping that screen and sending your daily heart coin and your daily rose, helping us hit that goal. Does get a sense of the For You feed. What's up, man? You disagree with anything on the screen?
What's MAGA mean?
Make America great again, man. Trump supporters.
So you're saying that anybody that says make America great, they control women and chase immigrants?
Are you a Trump supporter, brother?
I support Trump, yeah. Does that make me MAGA, though?
Are you in the bath, brother?
No, I'm in my bathroom cleaning.
Cleaning what? I can hear water.
I'm cleaning up my house.
Why are you calling me while you're cleaning your house? Bro, I don't want to hear a grown man splashing in my ear, bro. That's a little weird, bro. That's a little odd, especially because of the way you came in here and started questioning me about like the definition of what MAGA meant. That felt like a troll. That felt like a guy that just wanted to splish splash in my ear, bro. Go clean your house. Go do that, bro. How do you know? I don't. If you're not or you are, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to misgender you. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I just don't want to hear you in my ear. If you're a they, them as well, I just don't want to hear anybody in my ear. I don't want to hear children in my ear. I don't want a woman in my ear. I don't want a man in my ear. I don't want anybody in my ear splashing water. That's a little weird, brother. My wife is watching this, and she also thinks that's just a little odd, man. And also, splish splash sounds get the lies flagged. So that's another reason why we can't have you up in here while you're splish splashing. So if anybody is a Trump supporter, make sure y'all are sending those requests. We're looking for some debates, man. We've been online like an hour and we really haven't got into anything too crazy, man. We haven't got into anything too wild yet. So we really are looking for some good debates because like I said, your president's absolute garbage and just tanking our economy and screwing the people, man. Like most people don't know that the big beautiful bill did screw us. And you thought you were getting those money that no taxes on overtime. Nope. Yeah, there's a reason why like your checks haven't got better, people, if you're working overtime, because it's still taxed at the same rate. You just see that shit like next year in April when you file for your tax returns. Is that what you want? I could use that money now to invest in the S&P 500. I don't want to wait a whole year. Let me go put it in the market. Let me go and make my money a different way. I don't want my government taking my money interest free, right? So they can use whatever they want to use it for. Go and invest in more military weapons to annihilate women and children in the Middle East. That's not what I want. I want my money now, right? I want to know my tax dollars are coming back to me. I want to know that my money is being spent properly, right? I want to make sure that the people have more money in their pockets, not the billionaire class, not the fucking corporations. Who gives a shit about the corporations taking in billions of dollars more and getting tax cuts if it's going to tank our economy? We literally added $4 trillion to the debt, and you think that you can come up here and argue about the economy when the economy is literally doing trash? I keep saying this, and I will never say this again. I don't mind paying taxes, but I want everyone to pay their taxes. Being rich should not be exempt. I agree. Everybody should pay their fair share of taxes. I believe that that's the only way that the government's going to bring in revenue. The government it's in debt. The deficit is growing. We literally need to bring in revenue. We cannot continue down the path that we're going down because the government will end up paying more money in interest than people realize. We're already on track with the big, beautiful bill to be paying upwards to $10,000 to $15,000 per household in interest alone in the next 5 years. That's coming from Republican think tanks. That's not coming from just, the Democratic side. This is not just coming from the left. It's coming from the right. If you read the reports, this bill is no good for anybody. Fraud places in Minnesota, what? The ones that they haven't been able to prove yet, where people haven't really actually been criminally convicted of anything. There's been cases, sure, but nobody's been criminally convicted. And what you're telling me right now is you're mad about some people in Minnesota doing fraud, and you're not mad about your president robbing us blind, enriching himself $2.6 billion in 1 year. You're mad about 80 million, but you're not mad about a president taking in $2,600 million. Like 2.6 billion is 2,600 million, brother. That's a lot more money that I'm mad about. And he robbed his own base. He pulled the fucking Trump coin up under. He pulled the rug, right? I mean, he literally made $1.6 billion off of that coin. And that coin, nobody fucking on my side of the spectrum is investing in that dumbass fucking thing. It was his own base. And then now it's down 80% from when he took office, and there are literal people that put the damn house on that shit. They're like, God damn it, man, I really thought the president was gonna do it, but you know what, he's gonna fix it because anything that Trump puts his name on is a good investment. Like, all right, brother, you keep thinking that this guy is out here looking for your interest while he robs you blind. I don't give a shit, man. I don't care to inform you about these things, but I will inform you. And even when I do, they're like, I don't care, dude, you're lying to me. And that's why I try to say every night, thank you. I do try to have dubs in the chat. I try to tell them every single night that I try to say to people, I'm sorry, that the strongest weapon that MAGA supporters have is denial. They don't have to agree to anything. They'll just say, nope. They'll deny the facts in your face. So what the fuck is the point of arguing statistics with these people? Like, sometimes I get hype, I've been drinking my yerba mate, right? So I'm a little bit more energized than like other points. So I get a little bit more rapid fire with my my questioning. But for the most part, you gotta slow it down, and you gotta figure out like why these fools actually think the way that they think, and break down their logic. Fuck, I lost my train of thought a little bit. This stuff, guys, this yerba mate that I put in this cup, I fill it to the top, man. And I'm telling you, dude, I be seeing like visions, brother. It's like, it's almost like crazy the way that this shit like tweaks you up, man. A bag for $15, man, is the best way to get caffeinated, bro. I am wired, and I'm ready to debate, man. I'm ready to talk to a hog. I'm ready to speak to a hog. I'm ready to carry the flame, bro. I'm ready for somebody to come up here and like invoke the Kirk word so we can carry the flame. Because I want to play the '80s Charlie Kirk, or we could play the reggae Charlie Kirk. I also really enjoy the China Charlie Kirk song. Anytime somebody comes up here and mentions our boy, we carry the flame. The reggae one is peak. The reggae one is nice, man. I love the reggae fucking one, dude. It's absolute fire. It's flames. You know what, brother? Just because I'm bored and we're sitting here, just a little treat for you guys. Just a little treat of what we do here at Arispe on America, man. I got to give you a little preview, man. I got to give you a little show, because I'm bored, man. I'm waiting for these. I'm waiting for these guys. Hold on. A voice in the storm. Yeah. Okay. A man of conviction. Hold on, guys. We're about to carry the flame on them, guys. Like I said, my name is Aaron Arispe. This is Arispe on America. And like I said, we're about to carry the motherfucking flame. Everybody put your motherfucking lighters in the sky. Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. Hold on. We fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. Okay. Charlie Kirk. Of courage alone, together unbroken, we'll make heaven known. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every single day we carry the flame here at Arispe on America, man. That is my song. That's my boy. Every day before I get on this motherfucking platform, guys, I'm in the shower, man, and I am dancing to Charlie Kirk, brother, because you know what? It's my fight song. It's my motivation song. It's what gets me pumped to do that. I think it's a fucking AI song. I'm contributing to the AI schlop. But it's good, man. It's a vibe. It's literally a bopper, bro. It's literally a bopper. And that actually makes Trump supporters so mad. When they just start yelling, bro, you gotta kirk on them, bro. You just gotta drop the flame on them. You gotta drop the flame, bro, because that's sometimes the only way to get these Trump trollers to stop yelling at you in your ear. So like I said, if there's any Trump supporters in here, please send us that request, man. I am not getting a lot of people in here right now as far as debates go. I really do want to get into a debate. I can chirp all day about how much I hate the tyrant Trump, right? I could do that all day long. But I really want to break down these people's logic because y'all fascinate me, man. I'm going to be real. The hogs fascinate me. I know I get mad at them every once in a while, but they're really just some unique specimens, you know, like their thought process. It's something that needs to be studied. There will be political science classes that will dissect the logic of the Make America Great Again movement in the same way that we look at 1930s Germany. I guarantee you that, man. I mean, it is just something to behold, right? The hog, the MAGA pigs. Dude, these guys, man, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't understand why they hate so much, man. Every single day, I tell y'all, I get on this platform and I try to figure out why they just don't like people like me and you. They really hate women and they really hate brown people, bro. If it's not Mexicans, it's Islamic people. And if it's not Islamic people, it's women. That's all these guys ever seem to care about. They don't care about the fact that the economy sucks. They don't care about the fact that Donald Trump is literally like caring more about building up the damn big, beautiful ballroom than he is caring about our troops that are in the Middle East who are suffering psychotic breaks because they've been on the longest, like they did the longest, what's it called? With longest without a port call in U.S. history. Like the USS Lincoln has been at sea for over 260 days now, and Trump just don't give a shit. Trump don't care about the troops. Trump don't care about nobody that's in that region. He don't care about any of the people that he's subjecting to his war for a politician's ambition. Nobody should be dying for a politician's ambition, especially one that ran on a peacetime ticket, right? And that convinced the people that we were going to not get involved in any more forever wars. This is literally what his messaging was on the campaign trail. And all I do is I try to hold this man accountable to what he promised us. I try to hold him accountable to the things that he said when he was running for the damn presidency. Like literally everything that he said he would do, he's backtracked on. He's literally like folded on. And he's just like, oh, I don't even care anymore about the promises. I'm so much of an egotistical maniac. I'm so much of a fucking asshole that I will never, ever, ever apologize for what we are doing right now in Iran. He literally just said that on Friday. He told us to eat the $4 gas. He told us to eat $4 gas and then said, hey, I'm never going to apologize for it. We got troops dying, but hey, y'all are my cultist cattle, so applaud for me. And that's exactly what they did. They just applauded, dude. They applauded to the fact that he said he would never apologize due to the fact that he started a damn war. Like, that's who your champion is. Your champion is this geriatric old man that basically shits himself in the Oval Office on a daily basis. That's who your champion is. I don't understand why you care so much about somebody who literally would never, ever think to put you first. Like I said, his approval ratings are at 33%, guys. 33%. Like, who is actually still supporting this man? Like, what incel losers are still supporting Donald Trump at this point when 33% of the country is polling to actually support this guy still? Like, I don't know. That, like I said, maybe that's why we're running so slow on debates lately, is because there's just nobody that's like can come out here and really just say, hey, I love this guy still. That's a lot of incels that, like I said, hate women and immigrants, and then just a lot of trollers coming in here lately. Let's see. And last night, dude, he had a bunch of endorsed candidates that didn't make it through, especially in Florida. You know, the Trump endorsement is not as strong as it once was. It used to be that every single person that Donald Trump endorsed won the Republican primaries. And it's now showing that it doesn't have that weight that it once did, because the voters are starting to get pissed off. The voters are starting to get fatigued. The voters are starting to become concerned about the real issues, man. Most of the people, man, on this platform are not like the working class Americans that I'm advocating for. A lot of these people are just kids, right? A lot of grifters, a lot of trollers that don't understand what they're even talking about. You know, the average working class American is getting off of work right now and picking up dinner, right? They're coming home and they're trying to go see their kids, you know, try to see their wife or go and see their husband, you know, and see their family and try to get ready for the next day and hope that, you know, one emergency is not going to break them. That's what Americans care about. They don't care about the damn ballroom. They don't care about us getting involved in a damn war that makes no sense whatsoever, that is even harder to get out of each day that we go. You know, nobody gives a shit about that. People want to literally know that I can cover my healthcare crisis, that I can go to the doctor and not put off the fact that I'm probably going to have a heart attack, or I have diabetes, right? And I don't want to pay $1,500 for 2 vials of insulin every single month, right? Nobody should have to do that. Like, we should live a dignified life. We should, as Americans, have the basic resources needed to live that dignified life. And I don't feel like right now we necessarily have that. So in November 3rd, the midterms is going to be a wild day. I will be covering all of the races that day. That will be an insane night, really crazy. So I hope that you drop us that follow and you hang out with us, man, because it's gonna be a wild ride. What's up, man? You disagree with anything on the screen?
Yeah, I disagree with you.
About what? Do you disagree with anything on the screen?
I disagree with you.
Do you disagree with any of the claims on the screen? I made no.
Why do you still support? How can I agree or disagree with that? It's not an agree or disagree question, my guy.
Do you disagree or agree with any of the claims on the screen?
Yeah, I guess I disagree with the Venmo and the Cash App claim.
Why are you worried about what's inside of my pants, brother?
Well, because I've been listening to you for a little bit, and
thank you.
You're a typical political dude that is literally here just for the money, my
brother.
guy.
Actually, I get on here every day off of work, when I get off of work, and I advocate for basic civil rights. I don't give a fuck if people donate to me, man. They do that if they want to, but why are you worried about that? I care about improving material conditions and not letting assholes infringe on basic human rights, civil rights for women.
Look at that eye stare, like a typical politician acting like he cares, dude.
Right. Do you disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
So easy.
I don't need you up here, Keek. Do you want to engage in the substance, or do you want to go back to the comment section and watch me?
Get better. Be better, my guy. All
right, brother. You have a great night. I have people that already think I'm doing a great job, so thank you. I don't really need you to come up here and tell me whether or not I'm a politician that cares for the people. I'm not a politician, dude. I'm a 30-year-old in my last year of college that just cares about fucking people, man. I went through the working class for 10 years of my life, man, struggled and hit a goddamn glass ceiling, did gig economy work for years of my life. I was a disenfranchised working class American. I still am. I still struggle. I live in a fucking 700 fucking square foot apartment. I don't care about making money doing this. What I care about is advocating for what's right. I'm not a performative male like you people are. I'm a person that cares about women and humans. Basic human rights is what I advocate for. I don't understand what you think I'm on here doing. I'm not grifting. Go look at any of my content every single day. All it is me basically arguing against losers like you that don't understand what's going on in our country and what the right is pandering to and allowing. That's what I do, man. My job is to hold you people accountable, man. I'm here to fight the good fight. I'm here to hold the worst of the worst accountable. I'm here to speak up for the people that don't have a voice. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm here to spark a flame in people's hearts to also go out there and fight for what's right. Because if you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for something, then you stand for nothing, brother. If you're not willing to put your name and your face out there and stay what you believe in, then get the fuck out of my fucking life, brother. You're hiding behind a burner account. You're hiding behind a burner PFP, not even a real fucking, picture in your profile. You can't show who you are because you know your advocacy is shit. You know that your advocacy isn't something that people would want to hear. So you go around trolling live to live, not saying anything of substance. I don't care what any of my family says. No, I have Frey's disease. I didn't wash my hair recently. I'm a diabetic. And I've had it for 16 years, so I have nerve damage in my face, and it makes me sweat. I also live in the state of Texas, and the sun is beaming into my window right now off of another window, so it's like directly fucking on me right now, and it's hot. I live in Texas, so it's like 108 degrees out there with humidity, and then my house is hot, so it's like, God, Come on, man. I'm over here sweating my ass off, man, a little bit. So you don't wash your hair. Of course I wash my hair. I took a shower right before I got on. That's the problem. You don't see the light beaming on me. If you look at it, you can see the sun literally focused in on me like a damn magnifying glass. But yes, PG Howie, I don't shower actually. I'm one of those men that just I don't ever shower. I actually think that showering is wrong. I think that it's morally wrong, and I don't think you should ever clean your body. That's just my stance on that. Texas here too. Yeah, we are cooking. You walk outside, man, it's insta sweat. I could not go outside. You can see it. Literally, the fucking light is hitting off of a window, and it's like a magnifying glass, and it's just killing me right now. I guess that's the downside of getting on here early, man. But you get better viewership. Like, look at that. It's in my face. God, bro. And when it's on my forehead, it's like, okay, man. I'm gonna flip the blinds. Let me see if I can flip my blinds. Showering is racist. What does that even mean? Yeah, that's better. All right, that's a little bit better, man. Or maybe it's just sometimes when you have the blinds flipped the other way, man. The humidity is horrid. It's absolutely disgusting, man. I'm telling you, I am literally sweating in my own home. It's not fun. Like I said, make sure y'all are tapping that screen, guys. We're at 13,000 likes. Yesterday, we hit 100,000 likes. It was actually awesome. We made 100 followers in one day, man, in one stream. 3.5 hour stream, dude. So we're growing, bro. I mean, I just hit 1,000 yesterday morning. And then now we're at 1,100. So this account's growing, man. We're getting pushed, between here and my Instagram, and the clips are starting to go a little bit more viral on Instagram. I'm getting people to funnel in here. So make sure y'all are showing y'all support. I've only been doing this for so long. I have not been debating for longer than maybe 2-3 months now. And I think it's important that, like I said, y'all share this, like it. Make sure y'all go watch my videos. Make sure y'all clip in parts of the show that y'all like. It really helps me. It helps me get my name out there. And like I said, I love every single person that comes in here and just, shows me support this early on, man. Y'all hanging out with me, just listening to me chirp, bro, is I really do appreciate that. Oracle by Delphi Labs. You were in here earlier. Are you out of the water?
Yeah, I'm away from the water now. I was just in the bathroom cleaning. I don't know why that was a big deal.
Oh, because people go in Dean Withers all the time and splash water in his ear. Because of that, TikTok has been has been flagging lies and screening them for 10 minutes due to the fact that there's water sounds. So people have been doing that in my ear lately. It's just the meta. So do you disagree with anything on the screen? Hello? Did I mute you? I didn't mute you. I'm inviting you to unmute. I didn't mute you. Maybe are you okay, buddy? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. I understand that people do stupid stuff like that. I wasn't trying to do that to you. Okay, so I had a question for you. So I asked you what MAGA was. You told me what it meant. And then I think I asked you a question, but I didn't get an answer back. Oh, yeah. You asked me, did I support Trump? And I support Trump in the same way that I supported all the presidents. I believe in supporting who's in office, whether that's Obama or Biden or Trump.
You don't feel like holding them accountable is also important?
Sure, I believe in holding them accountable, but they're our president. We have to, it's not like we're just going to get them out of office, so we have to try to pray for them and
we can hold them accountable, and we can put people in office that hold them accountable, because we shouldn't just let a president run amok like a tyrant.
I don't think he's too bad. I mean, I know he's got some problems, and I don't agree with everything the guy's done, but all in all, I think he's,
Like, what do you support of him?
Let's see. What do I support of Trump?
I mean, do you disagree with any of the claims? Do you support Trump still? I mean, he has.
Well, I disagree with the claims, because you just said that MAGA means Make America Great.
So it's just Trump supporters. It's a Trump supporter.
Trump supporters control women? That seems kind of ridiculous.
Do you think that women should have access to an abortion?
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with it. It depends on the situation. Medically, yes. If there's a medical issue or a grape issue or something like that, yeah. In general, should women be able just to abort the baby at any given moment? No.
That's still a level of control.
Well, so is the law.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, driving underneath the speed limit, you could say the same thing. That's control.
But we're talking about bodily autonomy. We're not talking about the speed limit.
Well, you just said a law was considered control, so.
No, I'm saying men think that they know what's best for women, and y'all want to create laws. You have a lot of background noise, man. The chat's kind of complaining about it.
Well, I feel like it's.
But anyways, men want to create institutionalized laws, use the government to basically commandeer a woman's body and force her into motherhood because actions have consequences in your eyes.
Well, I mean, you're grouping me with everyone. My personal opinion is similar to that. It's common sense to understand that we have ways to prevent having children. So instead of going around and like murdering children, we should just like prevent the actions before they happen.
What do you mean by murdering a child? It's not a child or a baby.
It is a child. It's a baby.
Why don't you look up the definition of a baby?
It's a fetus, which is a human child.
I'm not arguing that it's not biologically human, but what gives it the rights that me and you have? Because arguing biology isn't enough when 80% of all philosophers and ethicists disagree that being biologically human is not enough to justify this argument.
I mean, that seems crazy. You're the same person that's going to probably argue that a biological man could be a woman.
I don't care.
We're talking about biological.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about women and having their bodily autonomy overridden by the government, and why you feel like as a man you can control that.
I don't feel like as a man I can control anything. I'm not the one who's writing the laws. The government is.
But you're in support of it. You're in support of the laws that we have here in the state of Texas that have resulted in women dying due to the fact that they don't get medical access that they needed.
Where I'm against it, right?
Yes, but
they've got to figure out a way to.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know why they died? Because of your stipulations. Texas has laws, just like you say, that, in the case of the wife's or the mother's life. But even then, the doctors are still scared to perform the operation. And there have been women that have died. Do I need to say their names? Josely Barnisa, 28, who was 17 weeks pregnant and miscarried. The doctors made her bleed out in her uterus for 40 fucking hours and told the husband, we can't do anything until we don't detect a heartbeat anymore because of the state laws of Texas. My wife is 28. If my wife was denied that, I would flip the fuck out. Why do you put existing life before potential life? Why do you really think that putting these limitations on it is beneficial for the woman? That's a daughter. That's somebody's wife.
How often does that happen, though? How often does that happen?
What do you mean? Do I need to give you another situation? Do I need to say another name? Jennifer Yenny Alvarez, 29, who also died of the same reason. Portia Nagumzi, 35, who also died from a miscarriage in June of 2023 due to that she was fucking hemorrhaging heavily and had blood clotting disorder that increased her risk of severe bleeding. She received 2 different blood transfusions. More than a dozen doctors reviewed the case, said that she needed an emergency DNC and standard procedure, basically a procedure that just cleans out the fetus. Basically, it cleans out all of the bleeding, all of the tissue that's in there. She was denied that. She was denied that access, and the doctors were actually held criminally liable later on. But that's due to the fact that we have abortion laws, because men like you still feel like you can control.
I don't know why you keep saying men like me, but
because you still said if there is a certain situation, that right there is a level of control that you don't seem to think that you're trying to impose on women.
Can I reply?
What did I admit? What did I admit?
You admitted that the doctor was held criminally liable, which tells me that they're doing what's right.
No, they did not do what's right. They were yes, 3 years later, 3 years in 2026 in June, they were finally held criminally liable. But what gives the politicians? No. So the politicians could finally hold them criminally liable. But what gives a politician the knowledge and the know-how to write laws stating what a physician can't do? A physician, if you trust a physician, brother, do you trust a physician to make the decision?
Am I allowed to just finish one sentence?
Do you agree that the physician can make the decision needed in that moment?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you think why do you think politicians need to create laws telling physicians what they can and what they can't do?
Could we, if we had to sacrifice those 2 girls that you just explained over millions of children, That's like
they're not children. You can't prove that they're children.
They are.
They're not.
They're going to be children. They're going to be born and be humans.
How?
Because when they're born, they're going to be people.
Based off of what?
Based off of all of biological life, and what makes sense is just reality.
How?
Because they get pregnant. Okay, I have children, so I'll walk you through it. The woman gets pregnant, all right, and she has the kid. They're humans, okay? So what I'm saying is, if we had to sacrifice 2 women's lives to save millions of children,
it's not 2 women. I have more, but I stopped at 2. And you're just saying that it's just women died all of the time due to the fact that they don't have access to the things that they need. And one is one too many, brother.
How do you know that, Mom?
So you're making. No. She tried to make the decisions. In the 2 situations, she begged for it. She begged for the doctors to save her fucking life. And you're sitting up here and you're telling me that you think that you're saying, oh, so the existing life doesn't matter. That's somebody's daughter. I thought you cared about people. I thought you cared about it. I thought you cared about people's children.
If we had to sacrifice a few
the existing life comes before the potential life, because you can't prove to me that potential life has any moral personhood. It doesn't have any value. You explain to me what value it has.
It's going to literally be born and
How?
not alive.
What does that mean? Prove it. It can't sustain itself outside of the woman's body, can it?
Lots of newborns cannot sustain themselves, but should we?
Doesn't matter. We're not talking about a newborn. We're talking about a fetus, brother.
That's bad logic.
Because the fetus, it's not bad logic. We're talking about when are you okay? You're psychotic. Do you hear yourself laughing? That was a cope laugh because you knew how stupid you sounded. You're talking, brother, you're talking about a woman having to feed her child after, when a lot of women use formula nowadays. They don't even use their goddamn body to do it. You're talking about that versus the actual the fetus sustaining itself inside of the woman, basically using her body to live. It's completely 2 different things. You don't even know the difference between the embryonic stage. Do you know what's the German? Hey, buddy, what happens when the sperm meets the egg? What's that called?
Hey,
buddy, what is it called when the sperm meets the egg? I learned this in 8th grade. What's it called?
Conception.
What's that stage called? Conception is a broad term, buddy. Define that. What does conception mean to you?
That's not going to get you away from the fact.
Oh no! It completely gets me away from this. It's not. I'm not. No, you're trying to goalpost move. I'm holding you accountable. No, buddy. You're going to continue to deal with this conversation, or you can leave, brother.
Take a breath.
No, brother.
Take a breath.
Yeah, he doesn't know, buddy. I invite you to turn your camera on. We want to see you. Come on, turn your camera on. I want to see who's talking right now. I want to see what incel chud loser is sitting behind the screen and telling me, buddy. Your claim about talking about a 1-year-old or a newborn needing to sustain itself off of a woman is a completely different claim than a woman. It's not a kid.
That's the difference between me
it's not
and
a kid.
You would sacrifice. You want to
it's not a kid.
Yourself for your kids. You're
not a kid.
You're not a man at all.
Look at you crashing out, little baby boy.
You're the one who's been yelling for like 10 minutes straight.
Because you don't care about women. You care about control.
I care about all people.
No, you don't, because you would risk existing life. It's not 2 women. It's not 2 women. That's a ridiculous thing to say. You're a disgusting monster.
Well, to be honest with you, I've been saying.
And I feel bad for your children. I feel bad for your children. No, I don't care. No, you're chirping a lot. I don't care what you talked about with your father-in-law. I want to know why. I want to know why. I'm not a Democrat. Dude, you don't think that Republican women get access to an abortion? Are you kidding me? You don't think that they do this?
I think
buddy, why do you think people get aborted? Why does this matter to you? And what makes it a child? What makes it a human to you?
What makes it human is the moment that the sperm meets the egg, and the moment that
what's that called?
Produces a child.
What's that called?
A fetus. Whatever you want to call it.
No. What's the first stage when the little sperms when it goes up when the sperm goes up the fallopian tubes into the ovaries and it meets its favorite egg? What is that stage called? We're having an 8th grade biology lesson. I want to have a conversation because you said no. Because you said conception. You said conception. We're going to break down what conception is to you.
Conception is exactly what you just said. When the sperm meets the egg and a child.
It's not a child yet. It's not in the. Where is it? Where is it?
Fertilizing.
It's not fertile. But where is it?
It's in the tube.
It's in the ovaries, brother. What is the first stage called?
I'm not sure what the first
stage is. It's a zygote.
It's still a child.
No, it's not. It's a clump of cells this big, brother. It's
What
not.
cells are DNA?
And I'm going to explain something to you. It goes from there to the cleavage stage where it multiplies into 2, 4, 8, and 16 different cells. From that, it turns into
When
the
is it
morula.
human eating, is my
Brother,
question.
that is irrelevant. We're going through the biological development of a child. So anyways, it starts to divide into different cells. It goes to 16, and then it turns into the morula, which is a clumpy, raspberry-sized group of cells. It will travel down from the ovaries into the fallopian tubes, and then up the fallopian tubes into the uterus. Once it gets there, it's called the blastocyst, and it has an inner and an outer layer. The inner layer is the baby. The outer layer is the placenta. It finds the uterine wall and implants itself. There is no child until implantation. That's why there's miscarriages.
What week is that?
Do you know what week it is?
No, I'm asking you.
So
You know more about it.
I do know more about it. That's why you need to educate yourself in what you're talking about, because you want to talk about conception.
You just said that a woman miscarried and they were supposed to kill the kid.
Buddy, I'm talking to you anyways. After it implants, this is about after the second week, it enters the it goes from this germinal stage to the embryonic stage. Do you know what the embryonic stage is?
Yes, that's where it starts to form things like arms, legs, and things like that, right?
Okay, yes, that's where it develops that. And then at the end of that, after the third month, it enters the fetal stage. 93% of all abortions happen by that time. Most ethicists, 81% of ethicists, doesn't matter if they're Republican or this, people don't line that way. Ethicists say that it is morally okay at that point. There is no brain activity or consciousness at that point. Now, I understand that you disagree with it, but 93% of women make that decision up to that stage. So but you said concept. Okay, where do you think that women should be limited in your eyes? Because it's still a level of control, but I want to know when, because we're going to get to why it shouldn't be controlled after.
Well, like I understand, like some women take the morning after pills. Some women get abortions like really early on. I think that's a little bit different. Like if we're talking about a child that's starting to form limbs and things like that, to me, it's very unethical and unmoral.
And brother, what I'm trying to get through to you is that most women, 93%, you don't have to believe me, you can go look it up. They get it done before that is even starting to happen. Now, the remaining 7% are medical emergencies. Do you really feel like people are doing a gender reveal, a baby shower, building up the nursery just to decide at the 8th month that they don't want the kid anymore?
How can that be possible when most women don't even find out they're pregnant until like 4 to 6 weeks?
We're at we're past that. Week 14 is the fetal stage. That I'm telling you, the 93% do it by the 14th week. The remaining 7%, it's medical emergencies, and then only less than 1% of all abortions happen after the 24th week. And every single time, if you go look at the data, the doctors will try to save the baby. They don't just throw it away.
I think it's stupid anyways. I think that women should be able to pick whatever they want to do, in my opinion. I mean, I don't agree with it, but they should still, if they want to do it, I don't care. I'm not going to sit there and put a pitchfork up for them because they do whatever they do. I think at the end of the day, they should be able to pick what they want to do.
And that's
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but that doesn't mean I have to control what they're doing.
Okay, and I agree. You can morally not believe that it's okay that somebody does that, but what I guess I'm trying to get through to people is that why should we allow the state to commandeer a body and force somebody into it and not give them that choice? Why should we allow the choice to be stripped away? If we trust our physicians who went to school for 12 years, then we should leave it up to the doctor's discretion and the mother's discretion to do so. Nobody's out here just killing babies to kill babies. That's a ridiculous claim to make. If you look at the numbers.
That's what I agree with. I do agree with that. I agree they should be able to do. I'm not going to go get involved in other people's lives. That's exactly why I don't vote. That's exactly why I'm not a Democrat or Republican or any of them, because I don't really want to be involved in it. I agree that they should just let them choose what they want to do. If it's on their conscience, it's on their conscience. Let them do whatever they want to do. I don't really care to tell a woman that she can't. If my wife came to me, honest to God, and she wanted to get it done, and I would not agree with her probably, but I wouldn't sit there and try to make her feel bad about it or dog her over it for wanting to get something done that, I would feel morally wrong about it. I would feel like God would not approve of it, but I wouldn't like tear her apart or like be mean to her or anything.
All right. Well, I mean, at least we got somewhere with the debate, man. And at the end, it seems like you're pro-choice, and you're not. I mean, even if you morally disagree with a woman doing it, it seems like you don't want to control a woman. So that's good in my book, man. I guess we're good. I'm glad that we could come to that conclusion, man.
Okay, what's the other one? Chase immigrants about?
All MAGA men care about is getting illegal immigrants out of this country.
I think there's so many bigger issues besides abortion and immigrants.
There is.
And there's just like
100%.
children being hungry, starving on the streets. I mean, there's like so many more bigger issues in America.
I agree with you. And this is episode 60. And out of 60 episodes, I've not been able to figure out what MAGA men care about. And they don't care about the economy. They care about those two things. That's it. You're one of the different ones that maybe doesn't. And I'm glad that you have that worldview, I guess, that you care more about, the bigger issues that are going on. But most MAGA men, they don't care about the economy. They don't care about the fact that we're at war. They don't care about the starving children in the streets. All they care about is control of these two issues.
Well, I do think that I think there should be an understanding that in America, this is where I've always had a problem. I see this in all Americans, Republicans or Democrats, and I'm not being mean, okay, when I say this. Like, and I say this to like my clients and the people that are getting on my app and stuff too. We do need to focus on like Americans. I love Somalians. I love people, but at the end of the day, we have so many Americans in our own country. Can you agree that are starving? Like, for instance, my brothers and sisters, they live down in Arkansas. I'm blessed to live in a better state over here in Idaho, and we have a lot more financial access and things like that. But like, there's a lot of states where, there are, kids living in trailer parks where their mom's only got, maybe $200 a month for groceries. There's a lot of issues here in America. And I think the only side of the conservatives that I can see that makes sense is that we cannot keep like bringing people into our country and things like that when we can't even take care of our own. We need to take care of our people and our veterans and our people, not just veterans. That's stupid to say. All people, all children here in America, we need to help Americans.
But I mean, as somebody who's lived my whole life in one of the reddest states in the whole country and never seen a blue year in my entire life, the Republicans don't care about helping people. They don't care about us. They're literally disenfranchising. I live in Texas. It's the second worst state to live for quality of life in the whole entire country. People are dying.
The first is what California has to be.
I don't think of them. No, first. I mean, I could give you the first.
I'm just guessing because me and my wife's traveled a lot, and California seems to be the worst to me.
Well, like I said, Texas is the second best place to do business, man. We have a good economy here, but people struggle, and they don't care about improving the material conditions of the people here, the average American worker. All they're focused about is culture wars, man. Sure, there are people that are here illegally. They're not taking our resources. It's not like they're getting access to any of those things. They don't get food stamps.
Do you think that we should keep... No, I mean, in general, it doesn't matter if they're Spanish or...
And my take on it, brother, is just I believe that illegal immigration can be enforced against. I just don't think people should be denied basic human rights and human dignity.
Well, I agree with that.
That's my stance.
I agree that I think we need to stop it only on the basis that we can't even... It's kind of like...
Taking people onto a sinking ship.
It's like that statement that people use, like, you can't help others until you can help yourself. And it's like, America's in such shambles, and people say that we're not, but we are. And if we can't fix ourselves, I think if we were in a good state, we could start bringing people in. But I feel like we're in such a bad state that bringing people in right now just seems kind of stupid.
Well, like I said, man, I think that that's probably one of the least concerning issues of the American economy. It's not because of an illegal immigrant why house prices are going up. It's not an illegal immigrant why job prices aren't increasing. It's the landlord. It's the corporations who are denying us all of those things. We're the most productive workforce in history.
I only say this being in construction, but I have experienced times where I've seen construction jobs, and I've even went to job sites. And I've been discriminated against by now I'm not going to say racist, but I'll say discriminated for sure by Spanish people.
Sure, yeah. There's nuance there, sure, but I mean, you got to understand.
Construction seems to be a hard one because I do believe that they have taken a lot of construction jobs, and that's Americans taking advantage of Spanish people, right? And using them for cheap labor. So
Right, but I mean, you might face some discrimination at the construction site, man, but I mean, Mexicans or Latinos are literally allowed to be discriminated against due to the Supreme Court set precedent from Noen versus Pedrano Vasquez last year in September, where it basically, Kavanaugh said that you can utilize race as one of the factors to profile people. That's one of the reasonable doubts of suspicion is race now. It's one of the indicators, one of the factors. So, you know, my people, Latinos, are literally allowed to be profiled by the government. So like I said, you might deal with some discrimination at the job site. My people face we face discrimination from the government daily. And American citizens have been arrested due to the fact that they are Latinos, 170, a matter of fact, 20 of them being kids, 2 of them being cancer patients that were the children. So that's when I start to draw the line, is that we cannot allow the government to do whatever it wants. Oh, he left. He dropped. All right, man. Well, you have a good night, brother. You have a good night, man. I don't know why he was a Trump supporter. I don't know. I mean, maybe he seemed like he was more aligned to the better fight. You know, maybe he has some issues, but it wasn't like completely like MAGA brain cultist. So, I mean, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? I just want to say you look good again today. You feel me? Keep up doing what you're doing. You know, you're making a difference little by little. You know, I'm here watching, you know, learning from you. You know, you're like teaching, you know, people like me who don't know much. You know, keep on doing what you're doing, bro.
Of course, bro. I will, man. I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. Appreciate you hanging out, bro.
You too. You too.
Have a good one. Appreciate everybody, like I said, for hanging out with me so far, man. We got 43 people in here, and I'm going to put on a show for you guys, man. We have to educate people. I mean, at the end of the day, I was getting hype. I care a lot about this. When I'm reading about women that are bleeding out, you know, dying from miscarriages. I'm a husband that's been with my wife since I was 17 years old. I'm almost 30. Do the math yourself. That's a long fucking time. If I was denied... you know, my wife was denied access to medical intervention in front of me, I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would live. I don't have like my family. I don't have anybody. My family abandoned me a long time ago kind of situation. All I have is my wife, right? So like, what would I do? I'm always going to put the existing life before I put a potential life. I'm sorry. That's just my stance. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to control a woman and what she does with her body. I mean, you can do that. That could be your moral outrage, but your moral or religious conclusion about abortion has no place in our politics. It has no business in our politics. If lawmakers trust politicians, then, if physicians, I'm sorry. If lawmakers trust physicians, then leave it up to the physician's discretion to make the medical decision. Don't make laws banning them from being able to do this and do that to the point where they're scared to be able to intervene because they'll get sued, right? Or they'll go to jail or go to prison. That's not what we need to have. We need to have a society where women have access to the medical resources they need without knowing they're going to die, without being scared to get pregnant. Like, women are scared in the state of Texas to get pregnant. My wife is scared to get pregnant in the state of Texas. So when men come up here and they advocate for these things, and they tell me that, well, I think that 2 women dying to save millions of potential babies is okay, that fucking pisses me off. What do you mean? That's someone's daughter. That's somebody's sister. That's somebody's wife. That could be already somebody's mother. Like, seriously, this could be somebody's mom already. This could be a mother that you're sitting and saying, well, the potential life still comes before, and I'm cool with the doctors waiting till they can figure out if there's no heartbeat left to intervene. That's BS. I'm sorry. I will never, ever, ever, ever allow you people to come up on here and advocate for that shit without being held accountable. That's not what my advocacy is about, bro. I stand on what I believe in. You know, make sure y'all are tapping that screen if y'all are enjoying the show, man. I really do appreciate everybody. If y'all thought I won that debate, if we got through to him, send those dubs in the chat. Make sure y'all are still interacting, man. Send your daily rose, your daily heart coin. It really does help. Thank you from everybody that's already been donating from my corner. Thank you so much. C. Toll and Nola, Coco, Sanchel, Blue Heart 75, Neely US, Angels Baby, Israel, Tom Licken, something, Patricia, Neely US, Jackie Legs. Thank you to everybody that's donating. Seriously, every little gift does help. And like I said, the quicker that we hit our goal for the night, we get sent to the For You feed that much quicker. And, you know, obviously it'll see that we're getting the engagement and want to put more people in here so they can monetize off of me as well. You know, I mean, obviously they love rewarding content creators who are popping, who have a lot of people up in here. We only got 30 people up in here. So make sure y'all are sharing this. Make sure that you are putting it on your story. If you like anything that I'm saying tonight, make sure y'all are clipping it and helping me out, man. Tag me in there. This early on, getting other people to repost my my content is extremely important. Like, y'all have been such a help so far. This little community that I've been able to build up so far is so supportive, and I appreciate the people that have been here daily so far, coming back time and time again to just listen to me chirp. Like, I mean, I don't feel like I have shit to say, but I mean, I guess y'all do. So thank you for coming in here and listening to me just ramble on for almost 2 hours a night, 3 hours, 4 hours a night. I really do appreciate that. Seriously. Like I said, we're looking for some Trump supporters, man. We're looking for some debates. You know, it kind of seems like it's dying down a little bit. Maybe we'll have to hop on in a little bit and maybe reset the live and see, you know, if it boosts up. A lot of my followers are people that like to watch these lives. Apparently they're busier at nighttime. Wednesdays are also usually really, really slow. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays can be just crap, man. Like, sometimes it's really hard to get people up in here, and then it's just a lot of me just blapping, you know what I'm saying? And I can only blap so long. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm trying to get people up in here. I want to have a conversation. That guy wasn't even like a real, he wasn't even like a real hog, right? He wasn't even like a real MAGA cultist, right? He wasn't even like standing on it. He was getting hyped for a minute. He did kind of crash out. Maybe I crashed out. I crash out when it comes to civil rights. But, you know, these dudes get hyped because they don't know how to have that conversation. And in the end, he was just like, you know what? You know, it's easier for me to say that I'm just pro-choice. It doesn't matter what my moral conclusion is. Let women do what they want to do. And I was just like, well, then why are we arguing? Why are we sitting here and fighting then if you actually end up agreeing with me in the end of the conversation? That's actually wild. Maybe his wife walked in. I heard a lady walk in, and then maybe he was like, oh, maybe I should change my position. Maybe I should, like, I heard a woman start talking in the background, and I think he was like, oh shit, I can't advocate for this while my wife's in the room. I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't sit here and do that. That's what it sounded like to me, man. It sounded like he folded, brother. As expected, brother. When you come up in here hiding behind burner accounts and advocating for the bullshit that you're advocating for, when a woman walks in, I do expect you to be able to cower because it's horrible. You're literally disenfranchising on her body and saying, yeah, as a man, I still think that I know best. I know what's best for a woman. And it's like, do you? Why does pregnancy create the only exception for like bodily autonomy? Like the government can never force itself to commandeer your body to like save another person's life. It'll never ask you to give up your blood to save another person. It'll never ask you to give up anything a part of your bodily autonomy to be able to save another person's life. I often will say, like, if you get into a car accident, right, and you hurt somebody to where they need a new organ, the government can't mandate that you give up that organ simply because of the fact that you hurt somebody and they might die, and that's potential life. They could never do that. What's up, man? You disagree with any of the claims on the screen?
Yeah, I still support Trump.
Why?
Also, you spell support wrong.
Oh, thank God, you're like the second Trump supporter out of 60 episodes to realize that, man. Thank you. I test your comprehension skills every single day doing this. That's why I have not changed the sticker. That's why it's spelt wrong. Thank you for being a Trump supporter that can actually have like first grade level comprehension skills.
Yeah, so I support Trump because he's a Zionist. And he the Iran war, which I think Reagan was the president at the time. He actually went into another country rather than Iran when the Beirut bombing happened in 1983, taking out 400 Americans that were peacekeeping during the Lebanese civil war in Beirut.
Mm-hmm. So why are you a Zionist?
Because I just believe that the Jews have a right to their ancestral homeland, which is Israel. Before the Romans renamed it Syria Palestina. Why? Because I believe that Jews have the rights to their land. There's no why in that.
Why?
Because then I'll just repeat it. Because they are
at what cost?
Their ancestors, the Romans kicked them out, the Assyrians kicked them out. There were some Muslim leaders that let Jews back in to Jerusalem, but
did the natives have the right to this land since it's their native land?
Well, absolutely.
So you think that the government should just hand over the land to the Native American tribes?
Well,
you okay with that?
Israel fought a war in 48 over it.
Israel took it in 48, brother.
No, they didn't.
Do you want to go through a history lesson?
Yeah, come on. Let's go through a history lesson, buddy.
All right. So after the Balfour Declaration, basically Britain was able to turn it to British Palestine, and they controlled the region after
the mandate of Palestine.
Listen,
the mandate
so
of Palestine.
okay. Oh, the mandate of Palestine. All of that bullshit basically led to Jewish settlers being able to go into the region where Palestinians opened their doors and allowed Jewish people to come. What did Jewish people do? They locked the doors. How much? What was the percentage of land that the Jewish settlers bought?
Like 6%.
And how much did the United Nations decide to give them in 47?
That's a good question. I can look
overnight. Do you believe in private property rights?
Private property rights?
Yeah.
Oh, they gave them 55 to 56%.
So they purchased 6 to 7% of the land, and then they
to propose the Jewish state, and about 43% of the Arab state. Percentage allocated square kilometers. Now let's mandate a palace.
So wait, they bought 6%, and then the United Nations gave them 55, based off of what? Because the United Nations says so. And then the Palestinians were mad because their land was going to be taken due to the fact that overnight.
Well, it's not their land.
Overnight it was their land.
Yes, they are.
You can't. Okay, based off of what?
Yeah, based off of them calling themselves Palestinian Arabs. Now, Arabs come from the Arab Peninsula, which
doesn't matter. They were already living there. No. So what you're saying? No, these were Ukrainian, Polish.
Comes from Saudi Arabia.
They were okay, but these Jewish people that settled there are not from that region. They're from.
Oh, they're not.
They're from Europe.
What proof do you have to prove that?
What proof do you not have? I mean, it's literally shown that the amount of Jews. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed. It's illegal.
Prove your claim. Prove your claim. You made the claim. You got to prove the game. Come with facts.
Are you okay?
I am okay.
You need to take a breath. You're crashing out behind a burner account. Are you willing to engage, or are you going to be a child screaming over me every single time because you're losing a debate?
Well, I'm not losing, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, you are. You're losing, and you're crying about it already.
How?
You're crying right now, screaming in my ear.
Because I said prove your point by bringing up.
Because you're denying that the amount of Jewish people that are there now are European descent, and a 23andMe is illegal. To do a genetic test in Israel is illegal. That's one. But what you deny right now is the amount of Jewish settlers who now live in Israel in a basically an apartheid ethno state that engages in genocide. Those people are predominantly.
What state is?
You just said that it's the Jewish state, is it not?
I didn't say. I said Israel.
You said Israel deserves. Did you not say that Israel deserves its Jewish state?
I said the Jews deserve self-determination.
And by definition, is that not an ethno state?
No, that's not. Could you tell me
how? When the law of Israel says that you can only have 20% Palestinians, that's the goal of the whole Zionist movement, was to literally eradicate the Palestinians down to 20%. And right now, brother, why are you sitting in here and advocating for genocide? Why do you hate the Palestinians?
Bro, here we go. Why'd you flip the conversation to G side?
Because again, your ethno state that's engaging in a genocide took the land in 1948 when they engaged in the Nakba. They displaced thousands of people, killed thousands of people, took all of the land by force.
How many Jews were kicked out of Arab countries in 48?
We're not talking about Arab countries. We're talking about what the Israeli settlers.
Jews, but you care about these Palestinians during the Nakba. Wouldn't it be the Nakba for the Palestinians and the Jews?
Did the Jewish settlers not have actions to the consequences of being antagonistic and going around and committing war crimes?
You're saying just because I go on another. Well, I wouldn't say it's
the Israeli settlers were being vigilantes. Right? No, the settlers were vigilantes that went around killing people, raping women. They went around killing people that they didn't like, and they stole the land. You are okay with bureaucratic colonialization in Palestine. People that had no business with the fucking war, these European Jewish people, after they went through a genocide, engaged now in an 80-year genocide.
Okay, I got a question for you. So do you
answer that. Do you deny that?
that they're. I don't think. Whoa. What? Wait. What's your? You said are they committing a genocide?
Do you not think that the Jewish people that live in Palestine or in Israel now are descendants of Europeans who went through the Holocaust?
I think some of them are, but 68% of them have ties to that.
So
land,
you're supporting? In what way? Can you give me an empirical claim other than the stupid fucking Bible? Because the Bible is make believe. That bullshit don't exist, brother. The Bible's not enough for you to be able to defend yourself here. Because the Bible, bro, the Old Testament, bro, the Torah, bro. I don't. That's fine. I'd say that every night. Clip me, please, and I want you to spread this on the internet because it helps me, brother. I don't give a fuck what people think. This is episode 60. You think I haven't said this another night? I said this shit last night.
Can I speak? You asked a question. Can I speak? Yes or no?
You're not listening.
Yeah, I am.
It's in one ear and out the other. Can you recapitulate what I said to you?
Yeah, you said you asked me about ethno state, which I wanted to really respond to because you're wrong on that.
How? They have different laws for Palestinians. There's different roads. The Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank have to drive on separate roads. They're in an open air prison. In what way are you talking about that they are not in an apartheid ethno state? Explain to me when Ben Gvir just went out like the last 3 days saying that he wants 20 to 30 Palestinians killed every night while there's a ceasefire in Gaza. Do you know that?
Could you prove that? Where did you say this at?
Okay? Do you want me to read the Ben Gvir? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And also, I had a question for you. Do you think that the first school massacre in American history was justified since it's the natives' land? They went into a school.
So we're not talking about. So
they carved their heads out.
We're not talking about, brother. We're talking about the genocide,
they have
brother.
The right to do that?
Brother, we're talking about a genocide in Israel. You don't get to move the goalposts.
So you don't care about
we'll engage
kids.
in that conversation next. No, I'm not going to let you run away. I'm not letting you run away from the conversation. I told you, brother, we can engage.
Run away from this question.
I don't care, dude. You can engage in the substance or I'll drop you. I don't, dude. I need, brother. We can engage in the substance. We can engage in the substance, or you can continue to yell and I'll drop you because you right now you're yelling. You asked for me to give you the proof. You asked me to literally prove to you what Ben Gvir said. I'm going to do that if you would just shut up. All right. According to the Associated Press, Israel's Ben Gvir advocates killing 30 to 40 people in Gaza nightly while speaking to ex-hostages. An extremist Israeli lawmaker and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This is Associated Press, Al Jazeera, ABC News, Fox News, Israel News Post. Do you want Israel News? I gave you 3 other ones. Okay, Associated Press.
You said, what's the 3 other ones?
Associated Press. Do you want to go there?
Yup.
Go read it up because you don't believe shit. You just wanna deny because that's all y'all ever do. Show your face. Show your face. Let's see who you look like.
I want to see my followers. I can't.
Nobody gives it. No, because you're afraid of your disgusting ideology. Put your camera on. I can. Okay, I'll invite. Because you're hiding behind a burner account. And you go live to live.
Israeli lawmaker and Prime Minister's Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition publicly advocated for unaliving 30 to 40 people in Gaza each night. Comments that surfaced Sunday and were quickly shared by Palestinian media. Minister of National Security made the statement while speaking to a former Gaza.
Are you listening to yourself?
Hostage Ram on Brazlavsky's podcast. Okay, then I would need to go to Brazlavsky's podcast because
go do it. Okay, then fine. I mean, dude, you're denying the evidence in front of you. Go continue to deep dive.
No, it's not.
Ben Gvir, brother. Ben Gvir is one of the worst guys in the entire administration.
I don't like Ben Gvir either.
Don't deny what this is because you know Ben Gvir is a piece of shit.
The only thing I like how he's doing is arming the Israelis.
Brother, you can believe. Look, dude. You have to stop with that rhetoric. Are you Jewish?
Do you think I'm Jewish?
I can't tell, brother. I have actual. I'm fucking. I have Zion. Okay, then what are you doing coming up here defending Zionism?
What?
Why are you up here defending Zionism then?
Because that's what I am.
What?
A Zionist.
That doesn't make sense.
What? How does that not make sense?
How does it make sense to be a Zionist and a Christian? You know I have Can I talk to you, buddy? I want to. I know.
Really isn't against Zionism,
brother. It is because
Jesus would be a Zionist. Jesus was also a Jew.
No. Do you want?
If you're a Christian, you should not be advocating for this, buddy.
Actually, I don't subscribe to this shit. But I was born in a Jew. Buddy, can you stop talking for 2 seconds? Yes, he was. But what did he come to do? He reinterpreted Mosaic law and delivered the new covenant. And it seems like, where's the Sermon on the Mount? What gospel?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do not know my Bible,
brother. I do. I was born and raised in the church for 21
Good for
years.
you.
Okay, I can subscribe to this conversation if you need me to, but Jesus would not advocate for the bullshit that you're advocating for. And I'm telling you right now,
and
buddy, hold on. I'm going to finish my statement. As a Christian, I actually deal with Zionists, and they definitely think me and you are lesser. So I don't know why you're out here defending
I'm a
them.
Zionist and I'm not
You don't know what that means.
Zionist? What are you talking about?
You just said you're a Christian Zionist. No, they're not.
Jews are Zionists.
I have Jewish friends. I have Jewish friends.
I'm a Zionist myself.
I have Jewish friends.
Nope.
I have Jewish friends that are not Zionists and don't subscribe to the genocide or the Israeli government's actions.
Good for them.
Okay, so I'm not going to let you come up here and say that Jewish people are all Zionists. No, Zionism is a completely separate ideology.
You're saying Zionists as a whole.
Yes, Zionists themselves are, as a whole,
you want to have a civil conversation?
It's a far right authoritarian ideology similar to Nazism. That's all it is. Are you okay?
Wait, is Israel ran by a Zionist government?
You don't think the Likud party is?
I think that most Israelis that run for the government.
What's Benjamin Netanyahu's party?
You said what is his party?
Yeah, what's the political party Netanyahu and Ben Gvir are part of?
I don't know the name.
I just told you.
I don't know the.
So why are you advocating for Israeli politics?
They're literally Zionists, right? But those Zionists
that are okay with genocide, dude. I'm telling you that the Jewish people can have their home.
Could you prove that it's genocide in Gaza?
Are you denying that leveling Gaza to rubble, brother? If you're gonna let me finish my statement, can I, dude? I just
leveling,
buddy. I want to talk to you. I'm trying to actually engage with you because I feel like you're just young and uneducated here.
But you're speaking over me.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to educate you.
So let me speak. You can hear my.
Why do you deny? Why do you deny that it's a genocide?
Because the population of Gaza has only decreased by 3% since it's been 3 years. Their population is still growing, and for
what
densely
do you mean
populated. Let me speak.
You think 74,000 people dying is okay?
Including terrorists. I don't think that
can you? Why don't you go, buddy? Can you go look? No.
So annoying, bro.
Because that's fine. You can say that, bro. Because you don't even engage with the statistics. Look how many of those 74,000 were kids. They weren't terrorists. You're defending the actions of a couple of bad men to basically justify the death of women and children and elderly. Is that what you're doing?
Well, you're not finna. Okay,
explain.
Let's get this straight, right?
I want to know why you are okay with women, children, and elderly. I don't care about you. I'm not crying.
Tears,
no, look at you crashing out because you can't handle this conversation. Look at him, guys. Look at him. He's trying to run because you can't. I know you don't have emotional intelligence. I know you don't have empathy. No, I know you're just a basic. Okay, that's fine. That's why you're hiding behind a burner account.
Nope, that's it's not even a burner.
It is. Then go create an account with your name and your face on it, buddy, because you know you're disgusting ideology.
My story
brother,
should be up.
Who hurt you?
I have a story with my
You're stuttering
face
and you're getting loud and laughing because you know that you're coping because you know how stupid you sound.
I'm coping? What am I coping to?
Your idiotic ideology.
And my idiotic ideology is Zionism that you hate because
you're
can't face
a bigoted
the facts.
Hypocrite, dude, that doesn't even understand what Zionism is.
You're a bigoted hypocrite. Okay, could you look up what Zionism is and then tell me how I was wrong?
I don't care about the definition of Zionism.
Exactly. So
I mean how it's practiced.
I know my own definition that I subscribe to,
if you get the definition of calculus, can you solve a calculus problem? Dumbass.
Well, you said,
buddy. No. By the definition alone, dumbass. By definition alone, can you solve a calculus problem?
Palestinians' ass every time.
That doesn't matter. You're just advocating for hate. You don't care about people. You just care about. Yeah. All right. Look at you. Lost the debate. You don't actually know how to engage in a real conversation. You're just a little boy hiding behind your little burner account, man. And that's fine. You can go. I can hear the little kids running around you. You're a little fucking child hanging out in your mom's basement, bro. You don't know what you're actually advocating for. But we're going to move the needle. Goddamn Zionists. What's up, man? Disagree with anything on the screen? Brother, you disagree with any other thing on the screen, lucky one? All right. Just Sorry, buddy. You can come back up here. I did not hear you until you decided to talk. It just sounded like you were in my ear. Yeah, crickets, straight crickets. Make sure y'all are dropping dubs in the chat, man, if y'all thought that I won that one, man. That guy was a total loser, bro. Total L's for that guy, man. Just advocating for absolute disgusting ideology and not even really, like, I think, like, subscribing to it wholeheartedly. I think he was just in here spreading hate. That's all it is, man. These kids, dude, they don't even know what they're talking about. It's little children coming in here and just trying to say, oh, I'm a Zionist and I don't care about your tears, brother. I don't care. I'm not crying. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I see little children walking around without limbs, it does make me cry. What the fuck? I'm a 30-year-old man, dude. I have emotions. Yes, when I see people dying, I cry. You don't? I would love for these men, these little boys, to go to Gaza and go spend a day with the children and the women and the elderly people that they're saying, screw those people. You go and see the violence. You go see what's going on over there. You go watch what's happening in this area and see if you can really wholeheartedly advocate for what you're advocating for. Go learn a little bit of humanity, brother. You just lack it. You lack empathy, and it's disgusting. This generation, y'all are so unempathetic. You think that you know everything, man. But, you know, if you just applied a bit of empathy to people, it would go a long way. You change people's lives. I'm sorry. These guys are just horrible. Can you talk about Smoke Ridge and his statements towards Gaza? Did he say something new today specifically? Or are you just talking about Smoke Ridge, you know, and what he says all of the time? Let's see. Trying to see if he said anything new recently. I know that, like I said, Ben Gvir just literally said last night, and he even repeated it, that he's advocating for 20 to 30 people dying on a nightly basis, that every single night they want 30 to 40 Palestinians killed. And it's just, he literally read it out loud in my ear and still denied the evidence. I gave him 3 different articles about, you know, where it could be ABC News, you know, AP Press, AP News, and fucking Al Jazeera. And of course they laugh anytime that I say Al Jazeera. They don't subscribe to Al Jazeera whatsoever. Let's see. Yeah, for most that don't know, Minister of National Security Itamar Ben-Gvir made a statement while speaking to a former Gaza-held hostage, Ram Brazlovsky. On Brazlovsky's podcast, the two were discussing Israel's recovery from the Hamas attacks on October 7th, 2023, when Ben-Gvir criticized Israel's recent drawdown of strikes in Gaza. It's no secret I disagree with the prime minister. He said, I think targeted assassinations should be carried out in Gaza, taking down 30 to 40 people every night, not just those who pose an immediate threat. There are people there who are not worthy of life. They shouldn't live. They are not even people. That's what Zionists subscribe to. That is the hateful, disgusting ideology that people like Ben-Gvir, who hold power in the Likud party, in the administration that runs Israel, those are the people who are in power right now advocating for their bullshit, bro. Literally saying that they can fucking... Are you done talking? Are you talking to me? OMG, am I done talking? No, I'm never done talking. If you don't like what I have to say, Bray, and you can move along. You don't have to hang out with us here at Arispe on America. You know, I am the host, Aaron Arispe, and I mean, I am the star of the show, buddy. So if I got some things to say, man, I got some things to say. Sometimes I got to get some shit off my chest, brother. Sometimes I got some things to say, man. I ain't ever going to shut up, bro. You ain't ever going to get me to be quiet, bro. You're going to see my face a lot more. And because you're in here right now, I'm about to be living in your head rent free on your For You page. So I appreciate you sending those comments in here. Oh, yeah. I'm not subscribed to your Democratic or Republican bullshit. I don't subscribe to your ideology. I'm an economist that looks at things in a different lens, bro. All I care about is fixing working class Americans' lives and advocating for real Americans going and running for politics. You can continue to come up here and advocate for this left versus right bullshit. It's a top versus down issue to me, but you're too dim-witted and small-brained to be able to understand that type of argument that I'm advocating for. You know, I'm not crying. I actually care about my people. I care about Americans. I care about humans. I just care about basic human dignity not being infringed upon. I don't subscribe to authoritarian governments, you know, infringing upon my rights or anybody's basic human rights. If you have a problem with that, move the fuck along, bro. You don't have to hang out with us. You know, unfollow me, follow me. I don't give a shit. I'm about to be again on your For You page. That's what happens. These haters think that coming in here and commenting is going to do them any good. I'm now on your page. I'm now in your feed. Rent free, brother. Literally, guys that I'll be debating the night before that I schooled will come and bitch the next day in my comment section. And I'm like, you're just mad that you got owned and you don't even follow me, but my videos are popping up on your feed because like I said, now I'm in your head rent free. And if you got something to say, big dog, you know, I sent you that invite. You got that invite, little bro. You know, you could come up here and speak to me. You can hold a debate with the boy. If you feel like a grown man, you feel like you got something to say? Come on, homie. We're looking for some Trump supporters, bro. I'm trying to get somebody that's chirping in the comments to come up here and actually try to have like a real conversation. Not a little boy that's in my trying to be in my ear just saying, "Oh, bro, you run it, bro. You run it, bro. You a bitch, bro." Like, come on, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I'm 30, dude. I'm a grown man. That's not the kind of conversations that we're trying to have. I'm trying to have a real debate about why you support this dumb man and why you want to control people. He just came in here saying I'm a Zionist, bro. I don't subscribe to that, bro. Sorry, but Zionism is like a far-right authoritarian ideology. You could bring up, like I said, definitions. You hungry? Okay. You can bring up definitions all you want, but you can't just like pull up a definition and like have that as like your main point of contention because like I said before, you can bring up a definition of algebra. You can bring up the definition of calculus. Yet when I pull up a problem, you wouldn't be able to solve it. Definitions don't mean shit. But yeah, my wife literally came up to me, man, and she's like, I'm hungry. I'm going to probably hop back on in like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours for a little bit longer and try to get some more debates. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Make sure y'all drop that follow. Make sure that y'all turn on your notifications when I go back online. Like I said, I'll probably be back online here in like an hour, 2 hours. I need to go get my wife something to eat. I need to go eat. I'm diabetic. Like I said, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back. Love you guys.